Hello, hello. Hi. All right. A pleasant good afternoon and welcome to Regency Furniture Stadium in Waldorf, Maryland, where today it's the Somerset Patriots taking on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs for the final game of this 3-game weekend set. It's the third game of a 7-game road trip for the Patriots. Has not gotten off to a good start, but beautiful weather primes us for a potential bounce-back performance for the Somerset Patriots here today. Well, welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. My name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you so much for tuning in, whether it be on the voice of Central Jersey, 1450 WCTC, or whether you're watching our SPN.TV broadcast. Thank you for joining us for your Sunday afternoon. Well, we've talked about it the last couple of opens. Still, for this Somerset Patriots team, it has been a very tough stretch. They have lost 7 games in a row. They have lost 11 of their last 12 games, and right now they find themselves 1 loss shy of tying a franchise record for the longest losing streak in the history of the Somerset Patriots. That losing streak is 8. They've done it 4 different times. Last time they did it was back in 2011, so they're hoping to avoid that with today's ball game. But before we get into today's ball game, taking a look back at last night, once again, it was a Somerset Patriots loss that had a couple of missed opportunities. They knew they were playing from behind the 8 ball. David Holmberg was making his second start since returning from injury, and the Patriots knew that he was going to be on an innings limit, and they had their bullpen ready to go. Meanwhile, it was Darrell Thompson on the mound for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and all Thompson did was retire the first 16 batters in a row that he faced. He was perfect through the first 5 1/3 innings. In fact, to mark the second straight start for a Blue Crab pitcher in this series that they carried a perfect game at least into the 4th. This time, Thompson did it into the top of the 6th inning. It was broken up by a Gabriel Bracamonte solo home run. By the way, Bracamonte actually in the starting lineup for the Somerset Patriots today. But once again, it was a similar story for Somerset. The lineup has been struggling. They have not been getting the job done. The pitching has been holding them within striking distance, but these bats have continued to struggle. Last night was no different. The Patriots had a couple of opportunities. They were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position and ultimately lost the ballgame 5-2. So as we look towards today's ballgame, it's the Blue Crabs that have actually already taken the field here at Regency Furniture Stadium. So we will step aside for the national anthem, but when we come back, we'll dive into the preview of today's ballgame. We'll set up the pitching matchup, and we'll provide the TD Bank starting lineups. All of that and more coming up next on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slam and hit. Come on and get patriotic.
Today's presentation of Somerset Patriots Baseball is brought to you by Atlantic Health Systems, Brother, Diamond Nation, Flemington Car and Truck Country, Flemington Department Store, Fullerton Auto, Health Quest, Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey Lottery, RWJ Barnabas Health, Bolari Design, Northern New Jersey ROTC, T-Mobile, TD Bank.
It's slamming in, come on, get patriotic.
So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work. The healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand. That's a tasty burger.
It's time to celebrate with a birthday party at a Somerset Patriots game. Introducing our exclusive Domino's All-Star birthday packages for the upcoming season. Got a kid you want to have remember a special birthday for years to come? Well, the Patriots have 3 different kid-specific birthday packages that'll make their next birthday the most memorable one yet. Book a party package and upper box seating, enjoy an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet in the NJM picnic area, or elevate your party into a fun-themed private suite uniquely designed for kids. Every Patriots party also comes with a crowd rendition of Happy Birthday with the birthday child on the field, a birthday t-shirt, an autographed baseball, and birthday invitations. Contact our group sales department for more information on how to celebrate a birthday in style today.
Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance.
And welcome back here to Regency Furniture Stadium as we get ready for first pitch between the Somerset Patriots and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. A color guard currently walking off the field here in Waldorf. So as they walk off, we'll set the TD Bank starting lineup for both teams, and we'll begin with your visiting Somerset Patriots. At TD Bank, expect unexpectedly longer hours that fit your schedule, including weekends. And with 24/7 access through online and mobile banking, you can bank whenever, wherever. TD Bank, unexpectedly human. Member FDIC, TD Bank, NA. For the Patriots, managed by Brett Jody, assisted by Glenn Barker, John Hunton, and the trainer is Phil Lee. A switch-up of sorts for their starting rotation, or their starting lineup, rather, for today's ballgame. Justin Pacioli bumps up to the leadoff spot. He is the starting center fielder. And hitting second is Gabriel Bracamonte, the highest he's hit in the batting order this season. He's also the starting third baseman, making his second start at third base for the Patriots in 2019. In fact, the first time that he made the start as a starting third baseman actually came down here in Southern Maryland earlier in the season. So Bracamonte hits second at third base. Will Kenger makes his second straight start in left field. He hits third. Edwin Espinal, the Raritan Building Services cleanup batter of the ballgame, and the starting first baseman. Michael Ullman, the DH, hitting fifth. Jovan Gonzalez behind the plate, hitting sixth. Craig Massey, second base, batting seventh. Hitting eighth at shortstop is Alfredo Rodriguez. And rounding up the order is Scott Kelly. He hits ninth as they work against Michael Kelly on the mound for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs today. Of course, no relation to Scott Kelly. Michael Kelly on the bump, a 6'4", 215-pound righty, Florida native. He is 3-7 so far this season with a 4.64 earned run average. The Patriots have actually seen Kelly a number of times this season, and overall, Somerset has fared rather well against Kelly. He does work quickly. He's a lengthy righty, works quickly from the windup, but the big issue for Kelly so far this season, he has struggled with his command. In addition to that 4.64 ERA, Michael Kelly has walked 54 batters, that coming over 85 and a third innings, which is certainly not the rate at which you want to be walking batters. And to add to that, Michael Kelly has walked 4 batters or more in 9 straight starts entering today's ball game. So command has been an issue for Kelly. He does have 82 strikeouts, so he can strike out a good amount of batters, but he has certainly issued his fair share of free passes. He works from the windup, and the first pitch of today's ball game, it's a fastball that misses us up and into Justin Pacioli, and we are officially underway at 2:09 p.m. Eastern Time. 1-0 to Pacioli, taken for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's the series finale between the Patriots and the Blue Crabs. Southern Maryland took Game 1 7-1. They took last night's ball game 5-2 as a breaking ball comes inside and hits Pacioli. A curveball got away from Kelly. It curled inside and grazed against the front elbow of the Patriots' leadoff man. And Somerset has the leadoff man reach for the first time in this series. In fact, in Friday's ball game, the Patriots didn't have a base runner until there was 1 out in the 4th inning. Last night, the Patriots didn't have a base runner until there was 1 out in the 6th inning. And today, the Patriots' first batter of the ball game reaches. Pacioli has plenty of speed, takes a large lead at first, and here's Gabriel Bracamonte, a right-handed batter, hit a home run last night. Makes his second start of the season at third base. And the first pitch to Bracamonte taken, that's a called strike 0-1. So the defensive alignment for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in today's ball game. In the outfield, Joe Benson's the left, Corey Vaughn in center, and the former York Revolution Travis Witherspoon makes his first start of the series in right field. Tony Thomas at third, Edwin Garcia at short, Ken Blackstone at second, Josh McAdams at first, and it's Mike Falsetti doing the catching. Kelly takes his time. Pacioli slips a bit off of first base as Bracamonte swings and misses 0-2. Pacioli thought about going, but couldn't quite dig into the dirt, tripped a little bit after his first hard step from first base. Now he kicks around some dirt in that spot about 10 feet off the first base bag. He was able to get back to the bag without a throw, but Pacioli certainly a threat to go, and now Bracamonte at the plate with an 0-2 count. Kelly from the stretch, and the 0-2 is a breaking ball that bounces on the paint of the left-handed batter's box, not close to the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The umpires for today's ball game, it's the same crew we've had, just rotated. Justin Burton calling balls and strikes, assisted by Trackman. Eric Bynum at first base, and Derek Moshe is the third base umpire. 1 ball, 2 strikes, a runner at first, nobody out, and we're in the top of the first inning. Justin Pacioli was hit by a pitch to begin this ball game. Kelly works from the stretch. And the 1-2, Pacioli goes, a breaking ball, called strike 3. The throw down to second isn't in time. It's a stolen base for Justin Pacioli. That's his 25th steal of the season. However, Gabriel Bracamonte strikes down on a breaking ball called to strike 3 at the knees. First strikeout of the ball game for Kelly, but now a runner at second base with 1 away in the top of the first inning. So it's Pacioli at second base, 1 away, and here's Will Kenger. And we'll see how the Patriots fare with runners in scoring position in today's ballgame. First pitch. Well outside, it gets to the backstop, and over to third base goes Pacioli. That a wild pitch, not even close to the catcher, Mike Falsetti, and already in a very small sample size, Michael Kelly is showing how much he has struggled with his command. He's had a couple of breaking balls that have not been close to the strike zone. 1 against Pacioli that hit him, 1 against Bracamonte, and now a fastball first pitch to Kenger that misses well up and away. So it's a 1-0 count, and now Kenger has a runner 90 feet away from home. Here's the pitch. Swings and grounds the ball to first base. Pacioli coming home. The throw comes home, and the slide, tag in time, and Pacioli gunned down at home. Kenger over to first, but an unproductive out. Pacioli thrown out on a 3-2 putout. And Kenger reaches on a fielder's choice, but there's now 2-out runner at first in the top of the first inning. Pacioli has a lot of speed. He was running on contact. The Patriots have certainly struggled while doing everything else. Yep. Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. We move to the bottom of the first inning. No score between the Patriots and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. We apologize for any technical difficulties on our SPN.TV broadcast, as we hope to get everything back up and running shortly. In the meantime, we'll set the TD Bank starting lineup for the hosting Blue Crabs, managed by Stan Clyburn, assisted by Joe Walsh, Daisuke Yoshida, and Darryl Thompson. Kent Blackstone leads off, Edwin Garcia second, Joe Benson hits third, Dean Green, the designated hitter, batting fourth. Hitting fifth is Corey Vaughn, Tony Thomas sixth, Josh McAdams seventh, Travis Witherspoon hits eighth, and rounding up the order is Mike Falsetti. He bats ninth, and it's Thomas Dormany on the mound for the Patriots, and his first pitch to Kent Blackstone taken for a called strike, 0-1. It's been another strong season for Thomas Dormany. He's the reigning Frontier League Pitcher of the Year. 0-1 to Blackstone, lifted out towards left field and deep. Kenger races back near the wall. It's off the top of the fence. Kenger plays it with a bare hand, and he'll hold Blackstone to a long single. But Kent Blackstone nearly missed what would have been his third home run of the season. That ball went about 6/8 up the fence in straightaway left field, kept carrying as the wind's blowing out to left field today. But it's just a single allowed by Dorminey. So a runner at first with nobody out. And quickly the defensive alignment for the Patriots. In the outfield from left to right, it's Will Kenger, Justin Pacioli, and Scott Kelly. Around the infield, Gabriel Bracamonte is the third baseman. Alfredo Rodriguez at short, Craig Massey at second, Edwin Espinal at first, and behind home plate is Yovan Gonzalez. First pitch from Thomas Dorminey to Edwin Garcia, taken for a called strike, 0-1. So Dorminey on the season for the Patriots, 5-6. But that record does not indicate how well he's pitched. The 2.60 ERA. 0-1, runner goes, pitch swung on and fouled off. Blackstone with head first dive into second base, but Garcia fouled off a fastball, and the count moves to 0-2. Dorminey has struck out 88 batters over his 86 and 2/3 innings to this point, while opponents are hitting 263 against him. He ranks among league leaders in ERA and strikeouts. 0-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Backdoor breaking ball from Dorminey freezes Edwin Garcia, and that's the first out in the bottom of the first inning. First of what we expect to be many strikeouts for Thomas Dorminey in this ballgame. He has struck out at least 8 batters in 6 consecutive starts. So one out, runner at first, and now Joe Benson. A right-handed batter who's struggled in this series. His batting average has dipped to .235. First pitch. Fastball from Dorminey, misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. The Patriots had a couple of base runners in scoring position in the top of the first inning and came up empty. Soft lead at first for Blackstone, held on by Espinal. Dorminey with a long stretch, and Benson asks for time. Espinal at first base is not holding on Blackstone the conventional way. Espinal doesn't have his feet on the first base bag. In fact, he's playing a couple of feet in front of the first base bag. Blackstone goes. 1-0, misses outside. The throw down to second base isn't in time. Actually, that pitch called to strike. Gonzalez threw the ball from his knees. It was an accurate throw, but not enough strength on it, as Blackstone beats the throw and gets into second base for his 13th steal of the season. So Blackstone now in scoring position. It's a 1-1 count with 1 away in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless between the Patriots and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Here's the pitch to Benson, and it's a breaking ball that misses inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Run support has been an issue for Thomas Dorminey. He's coming off of a strong start against the Revolution. He gave up 2 runs early, but those were the only 2 runs he gave up over 7 innings of work, and he struck out a season-high 10 batters. 2-1. Grounded foul down the third base line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But despite that 10 strikeout effort from Dorminey, he was saddled with a loss in a ballgame in which the Patriots lost 3-1. And it was that strong start for Dorminey that came against a York Revolution team that has been hitting the cover off the baseball as of late. So it was a very impressive performance from Dorminey. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. And there's 2 away in the bottom of the first inning. So 2 out in the bottom of the first, both outs coming via strikeout. And now with Blackstone still at second base, there's 2 away, and it will bring up Dean Green. Michael Kelly wound up only needing 11 pitches in the top of the first inning. And he was able to keep the Patriots off the scoreboard. So now D. Green steps in the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball 0-1. Green, a .365 batter, now playing in his 26th game with the Blue Crabs. 2 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Dormady steps off the mound and stares Blackstone back towards second base. Blackstone led off the inning with a base hit off the top of the left field fence. Stole second, still there. Now the 0-1 to Green. Swung on a soft ground ball to the right side of the infield. It's Rodriguez to the right of the second base bag. Scoops it up, makes the play to first, and the inning is over. So no runs for the Blue Krebs in the bottom of the first inning. On a hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. Through one, no score on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
As a personal trainer, I thrive on guiding my clients to good health. When I was told I needed both hips replaced, I turned to the network of experts at Atlantic Health System. I was able to see my orthopedic surgeon in Sparta, right near my home, and received exceptional care at Morristown Medical Center for my surgery. I was able to teach, motivate, and inspire again.
Where you go for orthopedic care matters.
Atlantic Health System, because every moment is a moment that matters.
Somerville Aluminum is proud to announce our greatest remodeling project yet. Valari, new name, same great company. Valari, home remodeling since 1950. Visit ValariNJ.com to learn more today.
Hey fans, all season long, the Somerset Patriots have teamed up with AARP New Jersey to offer its members discounted tickets to every Sunday home game. Just mention the code Patriots3 and that you're a Patriots and an AARP member to get a 50% ticket discount to any Sunday home game. Visit AARP.org today for more information on how you can become a member. AARP, real possibilities. It'll be Michael Ullman to lead off in the top of the second inning. No score between the Patriots and the Blue Crabs. First pitch from Michael Kelly. It's a fastball, and it misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Both starters tossing zeros in their respective first innings, so the Patriots certainly had their opportunities. 1-0 to Ullman, misses up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Somerset had the leadoff man on in Justin Pacioli. He was hit by a pitch, and Pacioli eventually got to third with 1 away on a stolen base and a wild pitch as Ullman takes a strike, 2-1. But was thrown out trying to score from third base on a Will Kenger ground ball to first. And later in the inning, Kenger made his way to second base but was stranded there as Ullman takes a breaking ball in the dirt. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. The scouting report on Kelly going into this ball game, he has struggled with his command. We already saw it in the first inning. So it certainly makes sense for the Patriots to have a patient approach today. The 3-1. Breaking ball, called a strike. Ullman thought that was a bit inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on, nobody out, top of the second, scoreless. It's Michael Ullman, the DH for the Patriots, followed by Yovan Gonzalez and Craig Massey in this inning. 3-2 from Kelly. Breaking ball, softly hit out to center field, and it beats Garcia. Rolls it to center. That's a base hit. And the first hit of the ball game for the Patriots. So that's Ullman's first hit since returning from his brief elbow injury. He was 0 for 8 over the first 2 games of this series. But he leads off the top of the second with a single up the middle. So the second straight inning that the Patriots have had their leadoff man reach. And that'll bring up Yovan Gonzalez. Gonzalez hitting .255 with 3 home runs and 18 runs batted in. He's the starting catcher for the Patriots in this ballgame. First pitch, Gonzalez takes a fastball called to strike, 0-1. In fact, all 3 of the Patriots catchers are in the lineup today. Is Yovan Gonzalez starting at catcher. Michael Ullman is the DH, and Gabriel Bracamonte, normally the third catcher, is the starting third baseman. As Gonzalez swings and lifts one out to shallow left, coming in's Benson, and he makes the catch. Back to first base goes Ullman. And there's one away in the top of the second inning. So in case anything were to happen with any of the catchers, there's not a lot of depth on this team right now. In fact, there's only 3 position players. Mike Francoso, who has a hip issue. Ray Navarro, who's made 3 straight starts since returning from a foot injury, but is still not 100%. And Jimmy Paredes, who has a dislocated finger. So it's not like there's many options even on the bench for this Patriots team. Here's Craig Massey. And the first pitch misses low and in, almost gets away from Falsetti. But a backhanded stab with the glove kept the ball in front of him. And it holds Michael Ullman at first base. 1 ball and no strikes. Already 2 wild pitches from Michael Kelly in this ball game. He's also hit a batter, but has kept the Patriots off the scoreboard. So Craig Massey, 1-0. Misses low, another breaking ball in the dirt, once again blocked by Falsetti, who already early in this ball game seems to have his work cut out for him. It was Charlie Valerio, the starting catcher for the Blue Crabs over the first 2 games of this series. He showed well at the plate, but Falsetti has now had to work with a number of pitches that have been low in the zone. There was a wild pitch that missed well outside as well. 2-0. Breaking ball. This one curls in for a called strike, 2-1. So Massey hitting 7th in the order for the Patriots, a .227 batter. 3 home runs, 25 RBI. Went 1 for 3 yesterday. Led off the 8th inning last night with a base hit as the Patriots hope to mount a late comeback. As this one misses well outside from Kelly, now 3 balls and 1 strike. The Patriots had the bases loaded in the top of the 8th inning, trailing by 2 runs with 1 away. And they had their 2-3 batters. It was the best opportunity that they had to get back into the ballgame last night. Blue Crabs closer Matt Latos came in and recorded a 5-out save to end the night. 3-1. Swing and a hard-hit line drive past Garcia and into center field. That's the second base hit of the inning for the Patriots. And a good-looking swing there from Craig Massey. Weighted back a bit, made solid contact, and lined it right back up the middle. Edwin Garcia was shaded a bit towards the second base bag, lunged to his left in the air, and came up empty on the attempt to catch that hard-hit line drive. So now runners at first and second with 1 away. And the Patriots already looking a lot more comfortable at the plate against Michael Kelly than they did at any point, either Friday night against Kyle Simon or last night against Darrell Thompson. As the first pitch gets away from the catcher Falsetti, Michael Ullman to third, Craig Massey to second. And with Alfredo Rodriguez at the plate, now the Patriots have runners at second and third. Already the 3rd wild pitch of the ball game for Michael Kelly. That pitch wasn't even close. That bounced well short of home plate. And then off the dirt, hit the top of the shoulder pad for Falsetti and ricocheted all the way to the backstop. So now a good opportunity for the Patriots. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 away, and a 1-0 count for Alfredo Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Called a strike. Rodriguez disagrees. It's a 1-1 count. So Rodriguez, a .252 batter, a couple of home runs, 25 RBI. Hit leadoff last night, went 0 for 3. In fact, he's looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 7 to this point. 1-1. Swing and a soft blooper out towards center field. Underneath it is Corey Vaughn. He makes the catch. Ullman is not tagging, as Vaughn has a strong arm and Ullman doesn't run particularly well. Ullman holds at third base as Vaughn's throw comes home, and that's the second out of the inning. So an unproductive out there from Alfredo Rodriguez, and there's 2 away with 2 on in scoring position for the number 9 batter, Scott Kelly. And again, what has been the situation, what has been a sort of hot topic for the Patriots as of late, already looking like it's continuing today. Still, of course, very early in the ballgame, but the Patriots are now 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. They had a runner at third with 1 out in the first inning, didn't score. Now runners at second and third with 1 out in the second inning. But now there's 2 away. Here's Scott Kelly, a right-handed batter. First pitch from Michael Kelly. called a strike on a breaking ball at the knees, 0-1. Kelly had a base hit last night. He went 1 for 2. Had a double in the 6th inning, also drew a walk and stole a base. Hitting 9th in the order. It's his 3rd straight start in right field for the Patriots. 0-1. Swinging a soft ground ball to third. It is fielded by Thomas. He'll throw across the diamond to first. It's in time, and the inning is over. So the Patriots once again threaten, but they come up empty. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left in scoring position. Still no score. We'll head to the bottom of the second on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
It's time to celebrate with a birthday party at a Somerset Patriots game. Introducing our exclusive Domino's All-Star birthday packages for the upcoming season. Got a kid you want to have remember a special birthday for years to come? Well, the Patriots have 3 different kid-specific birthday packages that'll make their next birthday the most memorable one yet. Book a party package and upper box seating, enjoy an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet in the NJM picnic area, or elevate your party into a fun-themed private suite uniquely designed for kids. Every Patriots party also comes with a crowd rendition of Happy Birthday with the birthday child on the field, a birthday t-shirt, an autographed baseball, and birthday invitations. Contact our group sales department for more information on how to celebrate a birthday in style today.
Alpine Business Systems is a leading provider of information systems and services. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. We're in the home half of the second inning. No score between Somerset and Southern Maryland. First pitch from the lefty Thomas Dormany is a called strike to the right-handed hitting Corey Vaughn. So an 0-1 count. Dormany from the windup. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short, and it eats up the shortstop Rodriguez. He doesn't have a play. On to first base goes Corey Vaughn. That's the leadoff base runner. Should be ruled an E6 on Rodriguez. The ball chopped its way towards short, and Alfredo tried to range to his right, fielded on the backhand. It took a tall hop right before it got to Rodriguez. Certainly not an easy chance. It's been ruled a base hit for Corey Vaughn. So that's an infield single. A runner at first base with nobody out, bottom of the second inning. Here's Tony Thomas. He attacks the first pitch and lifts it foul. Scott Kelly gives it a look down the right field line, but it's a foul ball. So no balls and 1 strike. If Rodriguez made the pick, it would have been a fine play, and then with Vaughn running well down the first base line, it still would have been a long throw for Rodriguez to make. So Corey Vaughn given the infield single. Oh, no, now it's been changed to an error. All right. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike, and Gonzalez's throw to second isn't in time. Second stolen base for the Blue Crabs off of Yovan Gonzalez today. Once again, Yovi threw from the knees, and it was a stronger throw this time, but a great jump off of first base for Corey Vaughn. That is the 4th stolen base of the season for Vaughn, who has utilized his speed a little more often in previous seasons as Thomas bloops one out to right field. That drops in. Vaughn's going to be waved home. Kelly up with the ball. His throw will come home. Gonzalez can't field the in-between bounce. Vaughn scores. Over to second goes Thomas, and it's the Blue Crabs leading 1-0. Once again, Somerset has an opportunity where they are not able to come through with runners in scoring position. And the Blue Crabs get a big RBI single from Tony Thomas, who has enjoyed a strong series. And it is the Blue Crabs that are leading early. 1-0 Southern Maryland in the bottom of the second inning. So it looks like that run will now be charged as an unearned run against Thomas Dormany because the Corey Vaughn leadoff play has been ruled an E6 instead of an infield single. First pitch swinging is Josh McAdams, and he misses on a breaking ball 0-1. So an unearned run allowed by Thomas Dormany. On the throw home, Tony Thomas was able to take second base, so he's in scoring position. Large lead off of second for Thomas. McAdams, a right-handed batter at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So already a couple of steals for the Blue Crabs. They already have 1-0 lead. They're 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. The Patriots have had a runner at third base with less than 2 out in each of the first 2 innings and didn't score. As McAdams tops the 1-1 foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. McAdams, a .313 batter on the year, 4 home runs and 15 runs batted in. The batting average, not over a very large sample size. Just 43 games played for McAdams this season, so he doesn't rank among qualified Atlantic League leaders. 1-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. Second strikeout, called on a breaking ball from Thomas Dormany. His third strikeout overall today. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the second inning. It's the second backdoor breaking ball that Dormany's gotten the call on. And with the new ABS system, it seems as though it would favor a pitcher similar to Dormany, at least with his repertoire, where he has that cut fastball and that slider that can shave different parts of the strike zone. Runner takes off from second. Fastball called a strike, and Gonzalez's throw to third isn't in time. That's the second stolen base of the inning for the Blue Crabs. Their third stolen base already of this ball game. Ken Blackstone had a steal in the first. Corey Vaughn a stolen base earlier this inning. Now Tony Thomas steals third. And again, that was just a strong jump off of Thomas Dormany. And certainly the Blue Crabs, a team that has not stolen a lot of bases this year, have seen something that they like. 0-1. Swing and a miss. At the plate here is Travis Witherspoon, a longtime Revolution. Now in his first season with the Blue Crabs, he's fallen behind 0-2. But it's a combination of getting good jumps off of Dormany and beating Yovan Gonzalez throws so far. 0-2. Breaking ball misses low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Southern Maryland collectively this year, just 45 stolen bases as a team. It's easily the least amount of steals in the league. As a breaking ball bounces short of home plate, blocked by Gonzalez. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So not a lot of steals for the Blue Crabs this year, but they've already stolen 3 bases, and it's directly led to at least one of their runs. They have a run home here in the bottom of the second inning on an RBI single from Tony Thomas. It's now Thomas off of third with 1 away. Witherspoon at the plate, and a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Misses low and in as he jackknifes out of the way. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Witherspoon's only played in 5 games for the Blue Crabs so far this year. He is 1 for 10 at the plate, but he does have a run batted in. Patriots have the infield in. 3-2's topped foul, and Witherspoon stays alive. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Blue Crabs. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for the Patriots. That has led to an unearned run already in the bottom of the second. But Southern Maryland continues to threaten. Meanwhile, all 4 Patriot infielders, they're playing in. Outfield isn't too deep against the right-handed hitting Travis Witherspoon. Here's the 3-2. Fouled off. Dormany went with a fastball coming up and into the righty, and he got a piece of it to keep this count alive. It's the first time that the Patriots are seeing Witherspoon this season. Ranks among York Revolution franchise leaders in stolen bases. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a hard slider from Dormany coming low and in to the right-handed hitting Witherspoon. Tipped it into the glove of Yovan Gonzalez. That is strikeout number 4 for Dormany, and a big one there as it keeps Thomas at third base. Now 2 away in the inning and allows the Patriots infield to back off a bit. So Dormany will hope to get out of this one without any further damage. Already a 1-0 Blue Crab lead. And here's the number 9 batter, Mike Falsetti. A 208 hitter this season, 1 home run and 6 RBI. First pitch. Fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. It's been Charlie Valerio, the primary catcher for Southern Maryland, but Falsetti, who last played with the Chicago Dogs in the American Association, he gets the start in this Sunday afternoon contest. 1-0. Check swing on a fastball that missed outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Thin crowd on hand here in Southern Maryland for today's series finale. Not a lot of fans down either the first base nor third base line. 2-0. Grounded foul. Pitch came inside. Falsetti might have hit that against his front shin as he limps a bit around the dirt behind home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. There is a 360-degree concourse here at Regency Furniture Stadium. There's a grass berm area behind the right field fence. There's used to be a bumper boat section behind the left field fence and a boardwalk that extends out to a picnic patio above the short porch and left. And there's not really any fans to speak of beyond the outfield fences. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Laid on a fastball. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 away. Bottom of the second. Already a run home on an RBI single from Tony Thomas. It's an unearned run after the Alfredo Rodriguez fielding error, which began the inning. But Dormany can limit the damage with Tony Thomas leading off of third base. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball in the dirt. It's blocked by Gonzalez. His throw to first base in time, and the inning is over. Dormany strikes out the side, but he allows a run unearned on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. 1-0 Blue Crabs. We move to the third on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection with 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience, with all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction, with positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for...
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
If you need help during the game or have any questions, you can simply text us. Text 908-252-0700 and we'll get back to you. Again, call or text us at 908-252-0700 so we can help you. For over 100 years, Carrier Clinic has offered a wide array of specialized behavioral health services throughout New Jersey. Visit carrierclinic.org today for more information. It's the top of the third inning. My name's Mark Schwartz. We have Mike Lawrence running our boards back at our WCTC studios. Both of us appreciative of those of you who have joined us for your Sunday afternoon. It's a perfect afternoon for baseball down in Waldorf, Maryland. Barely any clouds in the sky. 89 degrees, partly cloudy skies. And just a little bit of wind blowing out now towards right center field. Southern Maryland wearing their home white uniforms with a sky blue cap, a Patriots in their road blues with gray pants, a navy cap, and a red brim. Justin Pacioli to lead off in the top of the third, and the first pitch from Michael Kelly misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Kelly has been, I guess you could say, successfully erratic so far. 1-0 to Pacioli, taken for a called strike, 1-1. The Patriots have threatened in each of the first 2 innings. Justin Pacioli was hit by a pitch as the first batter of the ball game. As Kelly misses upstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Pacioli got to third base in the first inning, but was thrown out trying to score on a ground ball hit by Will Kinger to first. There's been 3 wild pitches so far for Kelly as a breaking ball misses low to Pacioli. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Those wild pitches have helped put Patriot base runners in scoring position. Somerset stranded a runner at second in the first and had runners at second and third in the second inning as the breaking ball to Pacioli misses inside, ball 4. And that is the first walk allowed by Michael Kelly in this ballgame. Again, for Kelly, we discussed it in the open, he is retired. He has walked 4 or more batters in 9 straight starts coming into this ballgame. That is not a very easy thing to do. Very high walk numbers for Kelly. So Pacioli with excellent speed will take first base. Somerset has had their leadoff man reach now in each of the first 3 innings of this ballgame. Here's Gabriel Bracamonte. He struck out looking back in the first inning. Squares, pulls it back, and a throw down to first base nearly gets away from Josh McAdams. He has to dive to his left to prevent that ball from rolling down the right field line. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, I don't hate at all the call to have Bracamonte drop a bunt down here. Certainly think that Pacioli has the speed, or if he's able to get anywhere close to a decent jump off of Michael Kelly, then he'd be in a good position to take second. As Kelly throws over to first and Pacioli back standing. But ultimately, the Patriots can get as many runners in scoring position as they want. Eventually, they're going to have somebody actually drive one home. And a balk was just called against Kelly. And Kelly doesn't know what the call was. And now Stan Clyburn, the manager for the Blue Crabs, is going to come out and have a conversation. The balk was called by the third base umpire, Derek Moshe. Now, Kelly had just thrown over to first base. Are they calling the balk retroactively on that pickoff attempt? Because I didn't see anything when Kelly just came set. But if it's a retroactive call to the pickoff attempt, then that would have been a very, very delayed call from Derek Moshe. Of course, with the new Atlantic League rules, when you throw over, even if you're a righty thrown over to first base, your first move has to be the right foot behind the rubber and then throw over. You can't just sort of jump and throw, which is what a number of pitchers do. 1-0 to Bracamonte, and now this one gets behind Falsetti, rolls to the backstop, and Pacioli over to third. So after the balk, it is a wild pitch, the 4th wild pitch already for Michael Kelly in this ballgame. And now with 2 balls and no strikes, nobody out, in the top of the third, Justin Pacioli is 90 feet away from home. And the Blue Crabs will bring the infield in early in this ballgame. 2-0 to Bracamonte. Swing and a line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. An RBI single for the first-year Patriot, Gabriel Bracamonte. Pacioli in from third, and this ballgame's tied at 1. Well, Somerset will certainly take that sequence of events. A bit unconventional, but a walk, a balk, a wild pitch, and then with the infield drawn in, Gabriel Bracamonte with a solid line drive RBI single up the middle into center field. This game's tied at 1. Now Bracamonte at first. Here's Will Kinger. And the first pitch to Kinger taken for a called strike, 0-1. So Kelly's struggles with his command continue. Kinger grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Now the 0-1 from Kelly. well up and away. As Falsetti leaves the crouch, reaches up with the glove on his left hand, almost caught that ball with his back in almost an obtuse angle, leaning backwards and catching that ball almost behind his back a bit. Now the 1-1. Up and away again, 2 balls and 1 strike. Boy, it's tough for the Patriots to settle in and try to lock and load on a pitch because all of these have been around the strike zone. 2-1. Away again, 3 balls and 1 strike. So now a hitter's count for Kenjer with Gabriel Bracamonte at first base after his RBI single. This ball game is tied already. And it looks like the Blue Crabs are going to get a righty loose. 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning allowed by Kelly. And now, looks like down in the Blue Crab bullpen, that's John Hayes, who has been used as a starting pitcher a number of times this season. He has jogged his way down the left field corner, and he will begin to throw. An erratic inning for Kelly. He's walked 2, he's given up a run. And it's now Bracamonte off of second. It's Kenjer off of first. There's still nobody out in the top of the third, and here's Edwin Espinal. First pitch. Fastball. Misses inside. Little high. 1 ball and no strikes. Espinal grounded out to second base in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Infield to double play depth. 1-0 from Kelly. Espinal taken all the way in and misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. Espinal started backing out of the right-handed batter's box as that pitch was being fired home. He had no interest at all at swinging. We'll see if he locks in here on a hitter's count. The 2-0. Taking all the way. And that one called a strike. Espinal does that a lot, where he makes up his mind before the pitch is being thrown whether or not he is going to take all the way or whether he's going to have an approach to swing. 2-1. Fastball up and in. 3 balls and 1 strike. I mean, 2 different times in this at bat alone, Espinal has started taking a couple of steps away from home plate even before the pitch was fully delivered home by Kelly. 2 on, nobody out. 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, ball 4. Third walk allowed in the inning by Michael Kelly. His command has eluded him, and it seems like it might only be a matter of time before Stan Clyburn makes a call to the bullpen to take Kelly out of this one, as John Hayes continues to get loose. The bases are now loaded. There's nobody out, and Michael Ullman has an opportunity, and now Stan Clyburn's going to come out to the mound, and that might be it for Kelly. Michael Kelly has not recorded an out yet in the top of the third inning. He's walked 3 in the inning. He's already allowed a run. And Stan Clyburn, as he continues to walk out, he will take the ball from Kelly. And Kelly's afternoon is done. 47 pitches for Kelly. Only 22 of them were for strikes. He doesn't record an out in the third, and he leaves the bases loaded. There's nobody out. It will be Michael Ullman at the plate with a bases loaded opportunity when we return after the pitching change on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work the healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand. That's a tasty burger. So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work the healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand. That's a tasty burger. So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh, let's do healthy today. I think that'll work. The healthy plate. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? We have veggie burger, turkey burger, fruit cup. It all sounds so good, but something's telling me veggie burger. I think I'll have the veggie burger. A lot of great choices here at the Horizon Healthy Plate concession stand.
Somerset Sluggers Kids Club. So we return now for the top of the third inning. The bases are loaded, and there is nobody out. Already a run home in the inning. Gabriel Bracamonte brought home Justin Pacioli on an RBI single. After Pacioli led off the inning with a walk, he advanced to second on a balk, third on a wild pitch, and scored on the Bracamonte single. Since that point, Michael Kelly walked Will Kenger, walked Edwin Espinal. So there's nobody out, and here's the right-handed pitching John Hayes on the mound here for the Blue Crabs in a tough spot, a 6'6", 235-pound righty. Texas native will work against Michael Ullman. First pitch, Ullman takes a fastball up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Hayes this season has primarily been used as a relief pitcher, though he has made a couple of spot starts. 4 starts on the year for Hayes, as the 1-0 taken for a called strike 1-1. Overall, 23 relief appearances, 1-3 with a 2.89 ERA. He's been used as this team's long reliever with a good amount of success. And he comes in a spot here where he'll certainly be asked to eat some innings. 0-1. Ullman swings and fouls it off. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ullman had a base hit in his first at bat, up the middle. He's 1 for 1. It's Gabriel Bracamonte off of third base. It's Will Kenger off of second, and Edwin Espinal off of first. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the third inning, already a run home. Patriots desperately trying to take the lead. 1-2. Broken bat, ground ball on 1 bounce, fielded by the second baseman Garcia with a bare hand, and they turn a 4-6-3 double play. In to score from third base is Bracamonte, and the Patriots have taken a 2-1 lead. But what a double play turned by Southern Maryland. So the Blue Crabs have seemingly switched up their infield alignment a bit. It's Edwin Garcia who's at second and Ken Blackstone at short. That is not the way that the Blue Crabs had their defensive alignment to begin this ballgame. But that just worked out well for them. Here's Yovan Gonzalez in the first pitch, breaking ball, taken low and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That was a terrific, terrific play by Edwin Garcia. It was a blooper off the end of the bat by Ullman that bounced short right in front of Garcia at second. And then he used the bare hand as the 1-0 to Gonzalez taken for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at third and 2 away. Garcia collected it with the bare hand, flipped it onto Blackstone covering second, whose turn throw to first beat Ullman. 1-1 to Gonzalez, a ground ball hit foul down the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Blue Crabs were certainly happy to exchange a run for a twin killing there. It caught me off guard because it's a different defensive alignment than what they had originally placed in their starting lineup. 1-2. Misses low and away. It's blocked by Falsetti. Holding at third base is Will Kenger, and there's 2 out and a 2-2 count. So Somerset has taken the lead. There's no RBI given to Ullman after the double play. But it's important that the Patriots have a lead for the first time in a week. 2-2. Swing and a soft ground ball to the right side. Backhanded pick by McAdams. He'll take it himself to first, and the inning is over. So John Hayes enters the ballgame with the bases loaded, nobody out. He allows just one run, but the Patriots play 2 in the inning, coming home on 1 hit with no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. Somerset in front 2-1. We'll head to the bottom of the third on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
For over 85 years, in every county across the state, we've protected the health of New Jersey, covering families and businesses through life's big moments and the small ones. Because we don't just work here, we live here too. Over 5,000 local employees, all with the same purpose, taking care of you.
Diamond Nation, located in Flemington, New Jersey, is the premier baseball and softball facility in the Northeast and is home to the Jack Cuss Baseball and Jenny Finch Softball Academies. Visit us at DiamondNation.com. Looking for a new or used car? There's no better place than the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of brands, located on routes 202 and 31 in Flemington, New Jersey, or at Flemington.com. There you'll find a family-centered organization ready to take care of all of your automotive needs as they've done since 1976. So the Patriots are in front. It is a 2-1 Somerset lead as we move to the bottom of the third inning. Back on the mound comes Thomas Dormany. And to lead off in the home half of the third will be the leadoff batter for the Blue Crabs, Kent Blackstone. Dormany from the windup and the first pitch. Fastball up and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, in the top of the third inning, the Blue Crabs changed up their defensive alignment. They put Blackstone at short and Garcia at second as Blackstone checks his swing. Appeal to third, went around. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not exactly sure the thought process behind it, but it certainly worked because Michael Ullman grounded one out to second on a beautiful play made by Edwin Garcia to initiate a double play. Now the 1-1 from Dormany. Blackstone swings and fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Dormany will pitch with a lead, which is the first time that he could say he's done that in a while. He's dropped each of his last 2 decisions, despite continuing to pitch really well and have the second lowest ERA in the league. 1-2. Breaking ball. Ooh, just misses inside. Dormany wanted the call. He didn't get it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But possibly more important than that, believe it or not, as the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. That's already the 6th strikeout for Dormany. He has struck out 4 consecutive Blue Crab batters. And there's 1 away in the bottom of the third inning. That'll bring up Edwin Garcia, who has already been a strikeout victim. Back to this Patriots team. Believe it or not, this is the first lead that Somerset has held in a week. It's been a tough go of it for the Patriots as the first pitch breaking ball to Edwin Garcia misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. In fact, the last time that the Patriots had a lead was last Sunday in the series finale against the Long Island Ducks. There's a 1-0 to Garcia, hit off the end of the bat out to right field. A diving attempt by Kelly. It's past him and rolls towards right center field. Pacioli backs him up, gets the ball back along the infield. That's a 1-out double for Edwin Garcia. A valiant effort for Scott Kelly. Raced in from right field towards right center, full extension dive, and he came up empty. And Pacioli holds Garcia to second base with a one-out double. And now that'll bring Joe Benson to the plate. Last Sunday, the Patriots were hosting the Long Island Ducks. On the mound for Somerset was Liam O'Sullivan. The Patriots took a 1-0 lead on a Michael Ullman sacrifice fly in the bottom of the first. As the first pitch from Thomas Dormany misses outside to Benson, 1 ball and no strikes. And after that Ullman sac fly, Somerset held a 1-0 lead all the way until the 8th inning, when the Ducks were able to jump in front as Dormany misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. After O'Sullivan had tossed 6 scoreless innings, in the 8th it was Zach Zinicola who allowed 3 runs over a third of an inning, highlighted by a 2-run home run from TJ Rivera. 2-0. Benson swings and grounds the ball up the middle. It is into center field. That's a base hit. Garcia rounds third. He will score. Holding at first base is Joe Benson, and the Blue Crabs have immediately tied up this ball game at 2 in the bottom of the third. A bouncing ground ball that made its way through the infield. And the Patriots' first lead in a week is short-lived. So the game is tied at 2. Here's Dean Green. Joe Benson at first base. Green grounded out to shortstop in his first at-bat as Dormany throws over to first. And back to the first base bag is Joe Benson. He has 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Blue Crabs. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Patriots. There's 1 away in the bottom of the third. Dormany comes set, first pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside. Maybe a bit cutting action on the Dormany heater. 1 ball and no strikes. But anyway, back to what we were talking about before. That Somerset 1-0 lead held until the 8th inning last Sunday against the Long Island Ducks. The Ducks then plated 3 runs in the top of the 8th. They added a run in the top of the 9th and ultimately beat the Patriots by a score of 4-1. And that was the first game in this now 7-game losing streak for the Patriots. And ever since that TJ Rivera home run in the top of the 8th, as the 1-0 to Green misses up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Ever since that Rivera home run, the Patriots had not held a lead. They had a 4-game series against the York Revolution, played over 3 days. They did not hold a lead once at any point. There was a couple of times where that series was tied in a ball game, but they never held a lead over the Revs. And they did not hold a lead over the first 2 games against the Blue Crabs either. Another pickoff attempt to first base and Benson back. So this brief 2-1 lead after the top of the third was the first lead for Somerset in a week. However, it has quickly been erased 3 batters into the ensuing half inning. An RBI single from Joe Benson brought home Edwin Garcia. Now the 2-0. Green swings and fights it off to the backstop, 2-1. The Blue Crabs have already made a call to their bullpen. The book is now closed on Michael Kelly, their starting pitcher. He allowed 2 runs, both earned, over just 2+ innings, allowing 3 hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. 2-1. Breaking ball outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Could have been worse for Kelly, but John Haynes came in with the bases loaded and nobody out and only allowed 1 inherited run to score. It was after a 4-6-3 Michael Ullman ground out. Benson goes as the 3-1 to Green is sliced foul on the ground down the third baseline, 3-2. Patriots have left 4 on base so far in this ballgame. They are 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Already a couple of clutch hits for the Blue Crabs. And an RBI single from Thomas in the second, an RBI single from Benson here in the third. So the game is tied at 2. Long at bat here from Dormany against Green. The runner goes, the 3-2, called a strike. The throw goes to second, and just beating the tag is Joe Benson. Dean Green called out on strikes. He started walking down the first base line. He thought he had drawn ball 4, but Justin Burton called it strike 3. Green asked Burton what happened, and Burton just pointed to the earpiece, saying he was told it was a strike. So that's strikeout number 7 for Thomas Dorminey, but it's also the 4th stolen base of the ballgame for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Joe Benson just stole second. It was a strong and accurate throw from Gonzalez, closest one he's had today, but Benson just beat the tag. So now runner in scoring position with 2 away. Here's Corey Vaughn, and the first pitch taken low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. So for a Blue Crab team that had only stolen 45 bases all season long, they've stolen 4 today. 1-0 to Vaughn, misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. High for the Blue Crabs this season. Infield plays back with 2 away. Dorminey comes set. 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Cut fastball. 2-1. So this is actually tied the Blue Crabs single game high for stolen bases. Actually, the last time they stole 4 bases was against the Patriots back on June 4th. 2-1. Vaughn swings and lifts it foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Dorminey has seen his pitch count rise a bit higher than he would like. He's already at 53 pitches, and he has 2 out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Through 12 in the first, through 22 in the second. And now he's about to throw his 21st pitch of the 3rd inning. 2-2. Breaking ball comes inside and hits Vaughn. A 2-strike breaking ball from Thomas Dorminey had too much movement. It came inside, it hit the shoe top of Vaughn, who did not jump out of the way. And that's a hit by pitch, the first allowed by Dorminey today. It keeps the inning alive. It'll bring up Tony Thomas, who had a RBI single in his last at-bat. We've had a back-and-forth game so far in Waldorf. First pitch to Thomas. Misses inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Southern Maryland broke through with a run in the bottom of the 2nd inning on a Thomas RBI single. Patriots responded with 2 in the top of the 3rd, but the Blue Crabs have gotten 1 back in the bottom half as Thomas tops 1 foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kent Blackstone led off this inning. He struck out swinging. Edwin Garcia then blooped a double into shallow right center field that got past a diving Scott Kelly. Joe Benson then brought him home on a ground ball up the middle into center field. Benson stole second as Dean Green struck out. Now runners at first and second as Thomas swings and skies it out to right center field. Scott Kelly's underneath it. Ranges a bit to his right. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So a run home for the Blue Crabs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners are left on base. We're tied at 2 as we head to the 4th on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
It's an unstoppable force, vast and mighty. It's the 101 days of summer, and this year it's bigger than ever. The NJ team is back again. We've got 101 days of prizes with other ways to win via our social channels, text message program, VIP club, and Game Changers. Find the fun at 101daysofsummer.com from May 24th to September 1st. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Yeah. It's also going to take them a long game. And upcoming promotions with the Patriots Blast. Text Somerset Patriots, that's one word, to 22828 to get signed up today. Again, that's Somerset Patriots, one word, to 22828 to get signed up today. Craig Massey to lead off at the top of the fourth inning. Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Somerset Patriots tied at 2. First pitch to Massey, taken for a called strike 0-1. Remaining on the mound is John Hayes. He got the Blue Crabs out of a jam in the top of the third, allowing just one of 3 inherited runners to score. 0-1 to Massey, a chopper up the middle, past Blackstone, into center field. That's the second hit of the ball game for Craig Massey. And Blackstone remains at second base, so I guess we can officially make that change along the defensive alignment. It was Garcia at short to begin the game, but now it's Blackstone at short and Garcia at second. But a good sign for Massey. Both of his hits have come on balls hit right back up the middle to this point. Got a base hit on a line drive in the second. Leads off the fourth with a single. Now he runs. Rodriguez swings and misses. The throw to second. And Massey slides underneath the tag. That's a stolen base for Craig Massey. His 15th steal of the season. Both teams have utilized the run game to this point. Looked like that was a hit and run because it was a breaking ball that was tailing away from Alfredo Rodriguez, and he lunged towards the pitch and missed on the swing. But Massey able to steal second base. Now the 0-1. Inside, and it hit him. A fastball from Hayes. He grimaces as he steps off the rubber. That ball hit Alfredo Rodriguez right on the number on the back of his uniform. Turned his back to the mound, and that's the second ball that has hit a Patriot batter today. Michael Kelly hit a batter to begin this ballgame back in the first inning. Thomas Dormady just hit a batter in the bottom of the third inning. And now John Hayes responds and hits a batter in the top of the fourth. Certainly doesn't seem like there was any malice towards that one. Now a bunt situation. Kelly at the plate. He squares and taps it foul, 0-1. It's Massey at second, Rodriguez at first, and Kelly, the 9 batter in the order. Certainly a situation where you'd love to see Scott put down a successful sacrifice bunt to set up the top of this order. At third base is Tony Thomas. He's playing in, toes on the infield grass. Josh McAdams at first base plays in as well. Massey a large lead at second. Rodriguez a bigger lead at first. 0-1. Kelly squares, drops the bunt down. It rolls foul down the third base line, and it's an 0-2 count. Kelly didn't show bunt until a little later on that pitch. He did drop it down, but the ball was popped in the air initially, had a little bit of spin on it. It landed on the grass in fair territory, but then immediately jumped foul as John Hayes, coming off the mound, jumped out of the way to make sure he didn't make contact with that ball while it was in fair territory. So now Kelly can still try to drop down one more bunt because of the new rule in the Atlantic League. 0-2. Misses low. It's a breaking ball in the dirt. Massey takes off from second. He gets to third. Holding at first base is Alfredo Rodriguez. But a wild pitch from John Hayes on a breaking ball that bounced in the dirt before it got to Valsetti. That allows Massey onto third. And if my numbers are correct, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th wild pitch of the ball game. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. And again, Kelly didn't offer on that last bunt attempt, so he still has one of those bunt mulligans in his back pocket if he should so choose to advance Rodriguez from first base. Runners on the corners, the 1-2. Shows, pulls it back, and the pitch misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So in this situation, because there's a runner at third base, you could discuss the benefits of a safety squeeze of sorts. Kelly would have to drop that bunt down perfectly, but Massey has plenty of speed at third. Wants to at least advance Rodriguez. 2-2. Shows bunt, pulls it back, misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Kelly has been ready to give himself up for an out throughout this entire sequence. And Kelly's been missing with pitches off the plate. So it's Massey at third, Rodriguez at first, nobody out, top of the fourth, game tied at 2. Does Kelly swing away with the 3-2 count? We'll see. Here's the pitch. He goes bunt, pulls it back, and it misses outside, ball 4. Scott Kelly was willing to give himself up, but Kelly is able to draw ball 4 after the fastball from John Hayes missed up and away. And now the bases are loaded with nobody out for the second straight inning. Rodriguez to second. It's Massey at third, Rodriguez at second, Kelly at first, and now Justin Pacioli, who has reached base twice in this ballgame. Hit by a pitch in the first, drew a walk in the third. Right-handed batter, first pitch. Fastball, down the middle, called the strike, 0-1. Well, the Patriots lineup has been struggling as of late, but Justin Pacioli has been a bright spot. He has hit safely in 9 of his last 10 games, hitting .323 over this stretch. 0-1. Misses low, almost gets away from Falsetti. About a 58, 57-foot breaking ball from Hayes. That was about 3 feet or so shy of home plate, and Falsetti continues to have to work very hard behind the plate. He has had to try to block a number of pitches in the dirt. There's been a number that have gotten away from him from wild pitches. He's had to jump out of the crouch on pitches up in the zone as well. Just a tough day at the office for Falsetti. Bases remain loaded, the 1-1. Swinging a line drive up the middle, deflects off the glove of Hayes. He collects the ball, throws home, but Falsetti can't control it. Massey scores and the Patriots lead 3-2. My goodness, what a play. That ball was smoked from Justin Pacioli back to the mound. It fell directly into the glove, or rather lined into the glove of John Hayes, but the ball was hit so hard that Hayes' glove fell off of his hand. And in doing so, once the glove hit the ground, the ball popped out. It was not a catch. It fell down to the ground. Hayes then collected himself after he almost fell to the ground, picked up the ball with the bare hand, threw it home to get Massey out, but the throw was a short throw. Falsetti couldn't make the pick. He bobbled the ball. Massey scored, and the Patriots lead 3-2. And the bases remain loaded. Here's Gabriel Bracamonte. First pitch misses upstairs, 1-0. Well, I mean, that ball was ticketed for center field. Props to John Hayes to at least get the glove on it, and nearly made a tremendous catch. But ultimately, that's an infield single for Justin Pacioli and an RBI. 1-0 to Bracamonte, misses inside. Now 2 balls and no strikes. It's just the 15th run batted in of the season for Justin Pacioli. The bases are still loaded, and there's still nobody out. Rodriguez at third, Kelly at second, Pacioli at first, Bracamonte at the plate. 2-0. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Bracamonte had an RBI single back in the third inning. It tied up the ball game. Gave the Patriots their first run. Now the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. That's a bases-loaded walk to Gabriel Bracamonte. Scoring from third base is Alfredo Rodriguez, and the Patriots now lead 4-2. And back and forth we go. That's the second run batted in of the ballgame for Gabriel Bracamonte. Now 8 RBI on the season. It's the second walk of the inning. Hayes has already hit a batter as well. Now the first pitch to Will Kenger, a ground ball past the diving McAdams. It's fielded by Garcia. He throws to first, and it beats Kenger. But scoring from third base is Scott Kelly. That'll be an RBI ground out for Will Kenger, and the Patriots now lead 5-2. So Will Kenger attacking the first pitch, and McAdams with a valiant effort diving to his right came up empty, but Edwin Garcia backed him up and was able to field that ball before it got into right field. And then it was John Hayes covering the bag, a 4-1 putout, but an RBI ground out for Kenger. Now Pacioli at third. It's Bracamonte at second. First base is open. 3 runs home in the inning for the Patriots. They lead 5-2. First pitch to Edwin Espinal. It's a breaking ball, and it's called a strike, 0-1. So Somerset putting together an inning that has been a little unorthodox, but it has resulted in 3 runs. 3 very much needed runs for Somerset. And Hayes not out of the woods, 1-0. Espinal swings and lines it into center field. That's a base hit. Pacioli scores. Holding up at third base is Bracamonte, and it's El Poco coming through with an RBI single, make it a 6-2 Patriots lead in the top of the 4th. Well, Edwin Espinal comes through. That's a big RBI single, and maybe that will be one of the hits that starts to get El Poco going. 4 straight run-scoring plays for the Patriots. Pacioli in. Mike Francoso, who's been coaching third base for the Patriots as of late, with Glenn Barker at first. Francoso held up Bracamonte, trying to keep the big inning intact. 4 runs home. Here's Michael Ullman. First pitch. Ullman takes a breaking ball. It's called a strike, 0-1. Meanwhile, when Edwin Espinal got that RBI single, he took his time getting down the first base line. 0-1. Ullman swings and pops it right up the chute. Behind home plate, Mike Falsetti shades his eyes, and contact made with Josh McAdams, and the ball falls to the ground. Mike Falsetti was shading his eyes from the sun the entire way. Josh McAdams, the first baseman for the Blue Crabs, was racing in, screaming, "I got it, I got it." But Falsetti never got out of the way, and the two collided, with the ball coming right down to the earth. And ultimately, neither was able to make the catch, and the at-bat continues for Michael Ullman. It's an 0-2 hole now for the former Blue Jay, but a second life after the miscommunication as he fists one foul to the backstop to stay alive. Still no balls and 2 strikes. So a sloppy inning from the Blue Crabs. Josh McAdams was calling for that ball the entire way. It's a tough chance for Falsetti when it's popped directly up in the air like that. There's a little bit better of a depth perception from the first baseman racing in, though McAdams had to cover a lot of ground. 0-2. Swung on and lined out towards left field. Racing to his right is Benson. He plays it on a bounce. Bracamonte will hustle home from third base. That's an RBI single for Michael Ullman. Now a 5 spot on the board in the top of the 4th inning for the Patriots. They're in front 7-2. And this inning has been a long time coming for the Patriots. Has to feel good for this team. Meanwhile, Michael Ullman was given a second life on that one. And we'll see how that's ruled. It could be an error against Falsetti to keep that at bat alive, in which case that would be an unearned run. But Ullman will still get the RBI. Now Yovan Gonzalez at the plate, and the first pitch misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It's Espinal at second, Ullman at first, and Gonzalez is the 9th batter of the inning. Meanwhile, it looks like there's been a scoring change. The error from Alfredo Rodriguez earlier in this ballgame looks like it's been taken off. 1-0 to Gonzalez, misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Which means, let's see, there was an error that was ruled on that play. It's been ruled an E3 on Josh McAdams that allowed Ullman to stay at the plate. 2-0 to Gonzalez. That's a called strike. 2-1. Meanwhile, the play back in the 2nd inning on a ground ball hit to Alfredo Rodriguez was originally ruled a base hit, then changed to an E6, and it looks like it's been changed once again back to an infield single. 2-1 to Gonzalez is swung on and missed, 2-2. And with that scoring change, that now means that both of the runs charged against Thomas Dormany in this ballgame are earned. And it goes back to an infield single for Corey Vaughn in the 2nd inning instead of an E6. So that hurts Dormany's line. 2-2. Gonzalez swings and grounds one softly foul. Hit off of the shin of Gonzalez and ricocheted down the third base line into fair territory. So there's one away in the top of the fourth inning. The Patriots have put 5 runs on the board in this inning alone. RBIs from Pacioli, Bracamonte, Kenger, Espinal, and Ullman. 5 straight run-scoring plays. 2-2. Gonzalez swings off the end of the bat, bloops it out towards shallow left center field. It's Joe Benson coming in to make the catch. And back to second base goes Espinal. That's the second out of the inning. So Gonzalez making a bid for a blooper. Might have broken his bat there into shallow left center. But Benson makes the catch. So now Craig Massey will step in. It will be his second at bat of the inning. He led off with a base hit into center field, stole second, advanced to third on a wild pitch, and eventually scored on the Justin Pacioli RBI infield single. He's the 10th batter of the inning. First one from Hayes. Fastball misses up and away, 1 ball and no strikes. So still plenty of baseball to be played in this ball game, but it's got to feel good for the Patriots to have a 7-2 lead. Got to feel good for Thomas Dormany to get the most run support he's gotten in a while. 1-0. Massey swings, lines it softly out to left field. Benson comes in. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. But overall for the Patriots, that is a big inning that has been a long time coming. 5 runs home for Somerset. It comes on 4 hits with 1 error and 2 runners left on base. Somerset leads 7-2 halfway through the 4th inning on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Attention New Jersey camps, it's time to start thinking about your summer schedule and field trips for your campers. The Somerset Patriots Camp Days have returned for the upcoming season. Head over to TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater to check out top-notch baseball for the best price in town. The 2019 camp dates are officially set for Thursday, July 18th, Wednesday, July 31st, and Wednesday, August 14th. The Patriots are welcoming camps with groups of all sizes to come out to the ballpark to enjoy America's favorite pastime. Each game begins at 11:05 a.m. and tickets start at just $8. There are also lunch options available for just $5. In addition, each camp in attendance will be welcomed with a public address announcement and a scoreboard announcement during the game. Camps can also take advantage of our on-field programs throughout the game based on availability. So book now to ensure a memorable baseball-filled, fun-in-the-sun trip for your camp today. Give us a call at 908-252-0700 or visit SomersetPatriots.com to lock down your camp's perfect summer trip.
Have your next barbecue at the ballpark. Groups of 30 or more can enjoy the picnic area down the left field line and enjoy the all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. We do all the work so you can just sit back and relax. Call the Patriots Group Sales Department at 908-252-0700 to plan your next ballpark barbecue. Somerset leads 7-2. Thomas Dormany back on the mound for the bottom of the 4th inning after a 5-run 4th for Somerset. Leading off is Josh McAdams. First pitch from Dormany. Swinging a ground ball to the left side. Backhanded pick by Rodriguez. Throw across the body at to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 away. A strong play there from the Patriots shortstop. His momentum carrying him away from first base. Fielded it on the back end. And a strong, accurate throw to first. So 1 out, nobody on. That'll bring up Travis Witherspoon. Witherspoon struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Thomas Dormany, to this point, he has struck out 7 batters over the first 3 innings. And now the first pitch to Witherspoon called a strike, 0-1. In fact, Dormany's retired 10 batters overall. 10 outs have been recorded in this ballgame. 7 of them have been by strikeout. 0-1. Breaking ball, called a strike. Clips the outside part of the plate, and Dormany quickly ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The lefty works quickly. Here's the 0-2. And it misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So it's 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Patriots. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. There's been a couple of scoring changes in this one, as Dormany steps off briefly. From the windup, here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That's a breaking ball. Hard slider came low and in to the right-handed hitting Witherspoon, who is now 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that is strikeout number 8 for Dormany. 11 outs recorded, 8 of them by strikeout. And with the Patriots ahead for the first time in a while, now Dormany can settle in a bit, as if he already wasn't settled. First pitch now to Mike Falsetti is a fastball that misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, I mentioned earlier, this is the first lead for the Patriots ever since the Sunday series finale against the Long Island Ducks a week ago, as Falsetti chops one foul, 1-1. That was only a 1-run lead in that ball game for a while. The Patriots briefly had a 1-run lead in this ball game after the top of the third, before the Blue Crabs tied it up in the bottom half of the inning. But now a 5-run lead. 1-1, swung on, hit in the air out to left center field. Kenjer to his left, Pacioli to his right. It's Kenjer tracking underneath it. He makes the catch, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Thomas Dormany. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 4, and the Patriots lead 7-2 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
Every night.
Every hour.
Every minute. And every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Let's beat cancer together.
Nothing is more important than your child's education. The Somerset County Education Association represents the public school employees that make your child's education possible. This includes more than 7,000 teachers, paraprofessionals, bus drivers, nurses, custodians, secretaries, and other outstanding education support professionals. Visit www.sceanj.org for more information. Together, we can prepare our children for the future.
There's a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Already now the 3rd different pitcher used by Southern Maryland. John Hayes' day has come to an end, and it looks like it's the righty Ryan Chaffee who has come on the mound here for the Blue Crabs. And he will pitch at the top of the 5th inning with the Somerset Patriots ahead in this ballgame 7-2, highlighted by a 5-run top of the 4th that has given the Patriots their first comfortable lead in quite some time. So a lot of reason for optimism for the Patriots today, as Chaffee works from the windup, and the first pitch to Alfredo Rodriguez taken for a called strike, 0-1. So we have a final line on John Hayes. He worked 2 innings for the Blue Crabs as the 0-1 from Chaffee. It's a fastball and misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayes wound up allowing 5 runs, 4 of which earned on 4 hits, as Rodriguez takes low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hayes also walked 2 batters. He hit 1 with a pitch, did not strike anybody out. 2-1 from Chaffee. Rodriguez lines it to the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes. RBI singles from Justin Pacioli, Edwin Espinal, and Michael Ullman in the 4th, along with a bases-loaded walk to Gabriel Bracamonte, and an RBI ground out from Will Kenjer has Somerset in front. 2-2. Sliced down the right field line, a fair ball over the first baseman McAdams. Rodriguez takes a turn around first. He'll hold there as the ball's returned to the infield. But a leadoff single for Alfredo Rodriguez. That's his first hit of the ball game. And the Patriots, each inning tonight, has enjoyed a leadoff base runner. This is now the top of the fifth, and in each inning to this point, Somerset has had their first batter of the inning reach base. It's Rodriguez at first, and here's Scott Kelly, who drew a walk in his last at-bat and later came around to score in that 5-run fourth. A large lead at first base for Alfredo Rodriguez. First pitch. Kelly shows bunt, pulls it back, and the fastball misses outside 1-0. Well, Somerset certainly cannot take their foot off the gas pedal. It's been over a week since their last win. They want this one bad, heading into a tough series beginning tomorrow against the York Revolution. 1-0 to Kelly, misses up and in. It's not a very far bus ride, honestly, from Waldorf, Maryland to York, Pennsylvania. Certainly a shorter bus ride than it would be for the Patriots to return home. But they want it to be a happy one. This team has been on the precipice of celebrating a number of times over the last week. 2-0 to Kelly, misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. And sometimes when you have a long losing streak, it almost has that snowball effect where you forget what it feels like to win, you forget what it takes to win, and that first one to end the losing streak can be the toughest one. 3-0, misses outside, ball 4, and Scott Kelly has drawn his second walk of the ball game. And Somerset has been quite patient so far today, certainly a good strategy with Michael Kelly on the mound to begin the ball game. Somerset is 5th in the league in walks entering today, but that is now the 6th walk that they've drawn in this ball game alone. So it's Rodriguez at second, Kelly at first, nobody out in the top of the 5th. Patriots have loaded the bases with nobody out in both the 3rd and 4th innings. We'll see if they could do that once again here in the 5th. Here's Justin Pacioli. He's already reached base 3 times today. And the first pitch, fastball taken for a called strike, 0-1. So Somerset hoping if you get that first win out of the way today, say, and that ends the 7-game losing streak and reminds you what it feels like to win. Maybe that sets up this team well going into a tough series beginning tomorrow in York. Breaking ball in the dirt. Pacioli checked his swing, but he went around. Now an 0-2 count with Pacioli at the plate. And look, the next 4 games, not to look too far ahead, but the next 4 games for the Patriots are not going to be an easy task. The York Revolution have been playing the best baseball of any team in the Atlantic League, really over the last pretty much 2 months, ever since about the 2nd week of June. 0-2. Breaking ball, misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But Somerset has to turn their season around at some point. They've been fortunate enough, even with this long losing streak, where they still remain within shouting distance in the Liberty Division because no team has really run away with the second half Liberty Division to this point. 1-2. Sliced down the right field line, foul. Entering today, the Patriots are 5 games behind the High Point Rockers, who are 12-12 in the second half. There's this glitch in the standings on the Atlantic League website that has the Rockers at 12-11, but it didn't take into account that last game against the Patriots. 1-2 is a chopper towards second. Garcia charges in, flips to second base. That's all they'll get. Pacioli, a tough guy to double up. On to third. On the play goes Rodriguez. Pacioli reaches on a fielder's choice. Out at second base is Scott Kelly. And there's 1 away. Garcia initially was trying to line that grounder up so that he could field it and step on the second base bag simultaneously. However, he had to come a little bit in front of the bag to field it. And then a sort of sidearm pitch to Kent Blackstone covering the second base bag for the first out. But you're not going to get Pacioli with his speed. So 1 out, runners on the corners. Here's Bracamonte. And the first pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, 0-1. But back to the Liberty Division standings. The Rockers are 12-12, and they're 5 games up on the Patriots. Long Island Ducks are a half game back in second. The New Britain Bees are 4 back in third. And Somerset rounds up the standings as Bracamonte lines one foul. But there's still pretty much 6 weeks left in the season. Maybe even 7 weeks. My math might be off. Either way, there's plenty of time left for Somerset to turn it around. I know it could seem difficult with a 7-game losing streak, but there really isn't another team in the Liberty Division that's running away with this thing. As Bracamonte swings and misses at a fastball, strike 3. And that's the second out of the inning. Fastball came up and in against Bracamonte, and he's set down on strike. Second time that he's struck out, but Bracamonte's already enjoyed a strong game. He is 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. So 2 out, runners on the corners. Here's Will Kenger. Had an RBI ground out in his last at bat. First pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. So point being, there's plenty of time left for the Patriots. It can seem difficult. The mountain can seem like a tall one to climb. But there's plenty of time left for Somerset to turn their season around. As the 1-0 misses inside to Kenger. 2 balls and no strikes. Brett Jody knows that. And he's told this clubhouse, look, there aren't going to be all of these reinforcements that come in outside of the organization. The guys that are going to have to turn this season around are the ones that are already in the clubhouse. So it's up to them to find it within to turn this season around. 2-0. Misses up and away. 3 balls and no strikes. And there's a reason why the Patriots, had the second best record in the first half. Now, granted, this is a completely different team now in the second half. There's been a number of players whose contracts have been purchased or have been injured. So it's not the same feeling and the same vibe around the first half team. 3-0. Kenger takes outside, ball 4. That's the second walk of the inning allowed by Ryan Chaffee. And the 7th walk drawn by the Patriots today. And that has loaded the bases for the 3rd straight inning. Now Edwin Espinal will hit with the bases loaded. Got an RBI single in his last at-bat. Espinal also the only player this season in a Patriots uniform to hit a grand slam. It came back on May 14th, a walk-off grand slam against the High Point Rockers. First pitch. Espinal takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Espinal's 1 for 2. RBI single in the 4th, also drew a walk in the 3rd. So he's reached base twice. Rodriguez at 3rd, Pacioli at 2nd, Kenger at 1st. 1 out. Taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. And there will be the games towards the end of the season where the Patriots will have the opportunities to come back. They still face the Ducks for 2 more road trips. They still have 7 more games against the Rockers. 2-0 to Espinal, fouled off. He got a pitch to hit, just a little underneath it. 2-1. So there's still the opportunities where the Patriots will be playing the teams that they're chasing. So the games will be there. It's just up to Somerset to win them. So it's still way, way too early to write off this second half of the season, despite how tough things have looked as of late. 2-1. Breaking ball, called a strike. 2-2. It's a 7-2 Patriots lead. There's the bases loaded and 2 away in the top of the 5th. And a 2-2 count between Ryan Chaffee, the right-handed reliever for the Blue Crabs, and Edwin Espinal, right-handed first baseman. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball came up and in. Edwin Espinal down on strikes, and the inning is over. No runs for the Patriots on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 runners are left on base. Somerset ahead 7-2, halfway home on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
2, 3, 4! Nailed it! Now let's go play some Quick Draw. Quick Draw!
Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw, the game with over 40,000 daily winners. Find a place and bring your...
Happy with this year's tax refund? Probably not. Well, Flemington Department Store can't change the tax law, but can make things less taxing by crediting you double the sales tax on most top-quality brand sofas, chairs, recliners, bedroom and dining room sets, proudly showcased in Central Jersey's largest showroom. That's right, Flemington is paying your sales tax plus giving you a matching credit when you buy furniture, plus free delivery. The double sales tax credit event is going on now, only at Flemington Department Store.
Okay, let's kick it off with the power spread. Go, go, go. Stop. Killer class. Let's go play quick draw.
Nothing beats the draw of Quick Draw. A $1 bet could win up to $100,000. Find a place and bring your people.
Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information today. HealthQuest, a top 100 health and fitness club in the nation, is right here in our community. Conveniently located on Route 31 in Flemington and open 7 days a week. HealthQuest proudly serves all of Central New Jersey. At HealthQuest, it's not just another day at the gym, it's a lifestyle. Visit them today and start your journey to becoming HQ Fit. So Thomas Dormady back on the mound for the bottom of the fifth inning. Somerset leading 7-2. Ken Blackstone at the plate offers it a drag bunt attempt, and he taps it foul on the first pitch from Dormady. No balls and 1 strike. 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Patriots. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Blue Crabs. Thomas Dormady has struck out 8 batters over 4 innings. Now 7th straight game in which he has recorded 8 strikeouts. As the breaking ball to Blackstone clips the strike zone for a called strike. 0-2. He's allowed 2 runs. He has also allowed 5 hits. He has not yet walked a batter. 0-2. Chopped foul. And Blackstone stays alive. Dormady struck out a season-high 10 batters the last time he was on the mound against a very potent York Revolution lineup. But Dormady got the loss in that ball game. 0-2. Swinging a hard hit line drive to right center field. It's a base hit. That splits the gap. It gets past Pacioli. He's going to roll all the way to the fence. Blackstone has wheels. He's rounding second. He's heading for third. The helmet comes off. Massey's throw comes home. And it is a leadoff triple for Kent Blackstone. That's the second extra base hit of the ball game for the Blue Crabs, and they have a runner at third base with nobody out in the bottom of the fifth. So Dormady had a 2-strike count against Blackstone, an 0-2 hole, but he hung a breaking ball. Blackstone sat on it, knowing that's one of the out pitches for Dormady, and was able to rip it into right center field. And Justin Pacioli didn't take a great route towards it, and eventually got past him and rolled to the fence. Now it's Edwin Garcia at the plate, and the first pitch misses up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Dormady works from the stretch, the 1-0. Garcia swings and grounds it to third, and it's collected by Bracamonte. His throw to first base a little offline. Tag applied by Espinal. Holding at third base is Blackstone, and that's the first out of the inning. And that is the first chance that Bracamonte's had at third base in this ballgame, and he showed pretty well there. The ball was chopped, looked like an in-between bounce, and Bracamonte pretty much showed off his catcher skills. He just got his body in front and sort of collected the ball, might have used his chest as a bit of a backboard before he collected it in the glove. Now the first one to Joe Benson misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball to short. This will get a run home. It's gobbled up by Rodriguez, his throw to first base in time, but scoring from third is Kent Blackstone. That's an RBI ground out for Joe Benson. And the Blue Crabs are back on the board now, a 7-3 ball game in the home half of the fifth inning. Now, the Patriots were leading by 5 runs, so they didn't really feel the urgency of bringing the infield in. They were willing to concede a run for an out in hopes of stymieing anything that could have been a big inning, and that's exactly what happened there. So 2 RBI for Ben Green taking it on one ball and no strikes. Green 0 for 2, struck out looking in his last at bat. 1 of 8 strikeout victims, 1-0. Fouls it off down the third baseline. 1 ball and 1 strike. So now 3 runs allowed by Thomas Dormany. He's only allowed more than 3 runs in a start 1 time this year. As the breaking ball misses upstairs over the head of Green. Hits off of Gonzalez's glove and rolls to the backstop. Green isn't going anywhere. 2 balls and a strike. 2 starts ago, Dormany allowed 4 earned runs against the Lancaster Barnstormers. It was the first time this year he allowed 4 earned runs in a start. An ERA of 2.660 entering this one. He's now given up 3 runs over 4 2/3. As the 2-1 to Green misses low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Patriots ahead 7-3 with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. As we are approaching the 2-hour mark of this ball game. 3-1. Called a strike. 3-2. Green thought that had been ball 4, but certainly looked like it was over the middle of the plate. So a 3-2 count with 2 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th inning. Already a run home for the Blue Crabs after the leadoff triple from Ken Blackstone. Dormany from the windup, the 3-2. Swing and a ground ball to third, fielded by Bracamonte. Has plenty of time as his throw to first base is accurate. And that retires the side. But a run home for the Blue Crabs. It's a run on a hit, no errors, and nobody is left on base. 7-3 Patriots through 5 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
This season, T-Mobile is partnering with Little League to make sure every kid can feel like an all-star. With T-Mobile, parents across the country can share the action, the highlights, and the lowlights. And the stars of tomorrow get a chance to shine today. From Little League to the big leagues, T-Mobile has you covered. Now connecting 99% of baseball fans. T-Mobile.
All right. Ideacom is now offering businesses free VoIP phones. With Ideacom, you can reduce your phone bill, work from anywhere, and enjoy local support. Ideacom has the experience to provide a solution that's right for your business. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team today by visiting their website at ideacom-nj.com. Ryan Chaffee back on the mound for the Blue Crabs. His first pitch to Michael Ullman's line to the backstop. No balls and a strike. 7-3, Somerset leading. It's the first lead that they've held since last Sunday in hopes of ending a season-high 7-game losing streak. 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Patriots' longest losing streak in franchise history is 8 games. So they are 1 away from tying that franchise low. 1-1. Ullman fooled on a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Patriots have lost 8 games in a row 3 different times in franchise history. Once in their inaugural season back in 1998. 1-2. Ullman swings and fouls it off. They lost 8 games in a row from August 2nd through August 8th in 1998. They then lost 8 games in a row from August 12th through August 19th in 2002. And most recently, an 8-game losing streak during the 2011 season. 1-2. Skips low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Interestingly enough, all of the losing streaks have come right around the same time of the season. In 2011, it was July 29th through August 6th that they lost 8 games in a row. And that's pretty much the time of the year that we're at right now. And Somerset's lost 7 games in a row. 2-2. Breaking ball, called strike 3. At the inside corner, Ullman set down looking. And that's the first out of the 6th inning. I mean, what's today? Right now, August 4th. And the Patriots' current 7-game losing streak has extended from July 28th here into August 4th. And I think there's a couple of reasons why that might be the case. And it emphasizes and highlights the importance of winning the first half of the season. Because a lot of stuff can happen in the second half. As Yovan Gonzalez attacks the first pitch and lines a base hit to right field. On 2 hops, it's fielded by Travis Witherspoon. That's the first hit of the game for Yovan Gonzalez. And with that, now every batter in the Patriot lineup has reached base safely. All 9 have reached base for Somerset, which is a great sign for a lineup that had been struggling. So Gonzalez at first, and now here's Craig Massey, who is 2 for 3. But again, you know, at this time of the year, I think teams can be prone to these losing streaks. First pitch to Massey misses upstairs. Because this is the time of the year where you start to see even more of an increase in contracts getting purchased, specifically teams in Mexico that are starting to make their push towards the Mexican League postseason. They're looking for reinforcements. There's teams both all throughout major league organizations that are in their stretch run as well, as Craig Massey takes a strike. And, you know, we just passed the trade deadline, so a lot of teams at the major league level, a lot of teams have traded prospects to different organizations, and different affiliates might be a little short-staffed, so they need some reinforcements as well. 1-1 to Massey is swung on and missed, 1-2. So you see a lot of contracts getting purchased around this time of the year. That's one reason. 2, baseball's a grind, and right now, late July into early to mid-August, these are the dog days of summer. These are the days where you've been playing baseball for a while, and the days can drag a bit if you're a player. As Massey tops 1 foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes, just going in and out every day. So injuries can build up, and that certainly happened to the Patriots as well. So you have this sort of vulnerability in late July and early August, where a team might be a little more prone to a losing streak. If Massey tops 1 to first, McAdams fields, throws to second for 1, and the throw back to first base, not in time. It's a fielder's choice, getting Massey over to first. Gonzalez retired on a 3-6 putout. Now 2 away in the top of the 6th inning. Patriots ahead of the Blue Crabs 7-3 in search of finishing off their 7-game losing streak and getting back in the win column. And now Alfredo Rodriguez, the batter. 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. First one from Chaffee, and he'll step off the mound and look Massey back towards first base. So it's interesting, just looking at if you include this losing streak now, the 4 longest losing streaks in franchise history have all happened at the same time of the season. Pitch out, and Massey isn't going anywhere. 1 ball and no strikes. And once you get towards the end of August, then you could start looking a little bit closer at reinforcements potentially from the Frontier League, American Association, Can-Am League. other indie leagues that finish before the Atlantic League does, as Rodriguez fouls one off. 1 ball and 1 strike. But this is the team for the Patriots over the next couple of weeks. They will be tasked with turning this season around. And it starts today if the Patriots can hold on to this 7-3 lead. There's 2 out, a runner at first in the top of the 6th. 1-1. Massey goes and Rodriguez fouls it off. Patriots have begun putting together more and more hit and runs with their lack of power and their need for situational baseball. That's why Brett Jody has opted to sort of clump together a lot of the players in this lineup that don't necessarily have as much speed, because he doesn't want to stymie or, put a roadblock in front of a guy that has more speed. That way he can put together these hit and runs. And Rodriguez is a good candidate to do so. As the fastball from Chaffee taken above the letters. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They actually tried to put a hit and run together when Massey was at first base back in the 4th inning, and Rodriguez swung and missed at a curveball, but Massey still so second. He goes again. This one is foul tipped into the glove of Falsetti, strike 3, and the inning is over. No runs for the Patriots, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Now we'll move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Somerset continues to lead 7-3 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day,
I fight every night.
Every hour.
every minute,
and every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital Somerset and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
and I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, Somerset. Let's beat cancer together.
Sorry, we were running late. No problem. Come on in.
Hey fans, do you have a group of friends or coworkers you want to entertain? Then come to TD Bank Ballpark and party with the Patriots on our Audi Suite Level. Patriot Suite Level is brought to you by your New Jersey Audi dealers in the 2019 Audi Q5 SUV. Take a test drive today and see for yourself why the Audi Q5 was born to not conform. Thomas Dormany remains on the mound at 80 pitches. And the first one to the right-handed hitting Corey Vaughn taken for a called strike, 0-1. Dormany from the windup. Here's the 0-1 offering. Vaughn swings and misses. No balls and 2 strikes. To this point, Dormany has allowed 3 runs, all earned on 6 hits, no walks, and 8 strikeouts over his first 5 innings. There was, at one point, a run that was called unearned against Dormany, but that scoring has been changed as the 0-2 misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and actually centered around Corey Vaughn. It was a ground ball that Vaughn hit to shortstop to begin the 2nd inning, and it was bobbled by Alfredo Rodriguez on a backhanded attempt that took a bit of an odd bounce right before it got to the Patriots shortstop. Corey Vaughn reached first base, and it was ruled an E6. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Breaking ball from Dormany gets Vaughn out in front, and there's 1 away. Strikeout number 9 for the Patriot lefty. Now he's 1 off tying a season high. So 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 6th inning. Up to the plate will come Tony Thomas, and we'll take this opportunity to check the out-of-town scoreboard. There's only one other game that was taking place earlier. As the first one from Dormany slips out of the hand. It misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The only early game today, the New Britain Bees had a 1:35 first pitch, hosting the York Revolution up in Connecticut. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Revs, once again, are comfortably ahead in that one. It's a 10-1 York Revolution lead. And that team is just ridiculous. As Thomas checks his swing on a breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. 10 more runs for the Revolution today on 12 hits. Henry Castillo has a home run. Just top to bottom, such a deep lineup. 2-1 to Thomas is swung on and missed 2-2. I mean, the Revs just swept the Patriots over a 4-game series. They've won 7 in a row entering today, and it looks like they're going to win their 8th straight. 2-2 misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And this will be the Revs team that the Patriots play in a 4-game series beginning tomorrow over at Peoples Bank Park. 3-2 from the lefty. Swung on, hit in the air, out to left field, but playable for Kenger. Shields his eyes from the sun. He's underneath it to make the catch. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 out, nobody on, bottom of the 6th. Patriots leading 7-3. And that'll bring up Josh McAdams. So the Patriots do have an opportunity if they're able to win, and the New Britain Bees cannot come from behind. Again, they're trailing by 9 runs in the 9th inning. And Somerset on games back would tie the Bees for 3rd place. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of conversation between the umpires, and I was looking down. I think they might have just enforced one of the new Atlantic League rules. Gabriel Bracamonte, I believe, went over to 3rd base. Well, at 3rd base, went over to have a conversation with Thomas Dormany after that out was recorded, and the Blue Crabs dugout has been chirping. And Patriots dugout, and Brett Jody asking for an explanation. But Bracamonte had a conversation with Thomas Dormany, and that's not allowed. Not allowed to have any mound visits. As the first pitch to Josh McAdams is called to, might have missed outside. And did they enforce that rule? There was a lot of barking. The scoreboard in left field hasn't made any adjustment as McAdams swings and misses at a fastball. So I'm not seeing any call from the home plate umpire on what the count is here. Could be a 1-1 count. It might be a 2-1 count if they enforce the ball. Pitch. McAdams swings and pops it up. And looking at the replay, after the out was recorded by Will Kenger, Patriots 3rd baseman Gabriel Bracamonte came towards the mound and had a couple of words with Thomas Dormany before Dormany stepped back on the mound, and that caused the Blue Crabs to begin chirping a bit towards the umpires to see whether or not that rule can be enforced and whether or not that counted as a mound visit as opposed to just a casual conversation. There are mound visits from time to time when catchers go out. They're allowed to go over signals with the pitcher. Oftentimes happens when there's a runner that's at 2nd base. So it looks like that rule was enforced. It's actually a 2-2 count. And the pitch to McAdams is chopped to short. Racing in Rodriguez. Gloves, fires first high. The tag applied on the shoulder in time. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Thomas Dormany. No runs, no hits, no errors. And nobody left on base. At the end of 6, the Somerset Patriots in front of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 7-3 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
What better way to spend a summer night than taking a group to a summer game? Entertainment right here in Central Jersey. Groups of 30 or more receive $2 off the normal price per ticket, starting at just $8.50.
These groups can participate in our on-field promotions, including a pregame performance, color guard, baseball buddies, field of dreams, or the 7th inning fun bunch. The Patriots also offer fundraising opportunities for groups of 250 or more for even larger discounts. Head over to our picnic area located down the left field line, where groups of 30 to 500 could have a ballpark barbecue. For $28 a person, get a ticket to the game and an all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet. Overlooking the left field line is the party deck, where an upscale buffet will be served along with a cash bar for groups of 30 to 150 for $39 a person. Groups of up to 30 or 40 can have private use of a fully furnished, climate-controlled hospitality suite with indoor and outdoor seating alongside wait service. Our exclusive Diamond Club is a large indoor hospitality space located on our suite level, perfect for holding meetings and entertaining clients. Here, outdoor balcony seating is accompanied by an hour-and-a-half upscale buffet, a private cash bar, cocktail tables, bar seating, and a 60-inch smart TV. Email us at groups@somersetpatriots.com or call 908-252-0700 to lock down your perfect summer outing. Ryan Chaffee remains in the ballgame for the Blue Crabs as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Series finale between Somerset and Southern Maryland. The Blue Crabs have taken the first 2 games of this 3-game set. A 7-1 win for Southern Maryland Friday night. A 5-2 win for the Blue Crabs last night. Tonight, or today, 4 Eastern time, it's the Patriots in front. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Patriots. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Blue Crabs. Scott Kelly to lead off, and the first pitch from Chaffee misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. In case you're just joining us, Blue Crabs jumped in front 1-0 on an RBI single from Tony Thomas in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 1-0. Misses up and in, 2 balls and no strikes. Patriots responded in the top of the 3rd. They took their first lead in a week after Gabriel Bracamonte tied the game with the RBI single, and later with the bases loaded, Michael Ullman brought home a run on a double play ground out. As this one misses inside to Kelly. Now 3 balls and no strikes. That chased starting pitcher for the Blue Crabs, Michael Kelly, away from the ballgame. 3-0. Inside ball 4. And the Patriots get a leadoff man aboard to begin the 7th inning. They've now done so in 6 of the 7 innings today. That is the 3rd walk drawn by Scott Kelly. And overall now, I believe that's the 7th or 8th walk drawn by the Patriots today. We'll get a chance to look in a moment. Well, that looks like that's strikeout number 8 allowed by Southern Maryland. And we move back to the top of the order with Justin Pacioli. First pitch from Chaffee. Pacioli shows bunt, pulls it back, and a breaking ball in the dirt blocked by Falsetti. 1 ball and no strikes. So Somerset was leading 2-1 after the top of the 3rd. The Blue Crabs tied it up in the bottom of the 3rd on a Joe Benson RBI single. But then the Patriots opened up the game with a 5-run top of the 4th to jump ahead 7-2. They got RBI singles in the inning from Pacioli, Espinal, and Ullman. 1-0. Misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes. From Will Kinder. Bases loaded walk drawn by Gabriel Bracamonte. And overall plated 5 runs on 4 hits and brought 10 batters to the plate in the top of the 4th inning. 2-0. Up and in, 3 balls and no strikes. And Ryan Chaffee has thrown 7 pitches out of the strike zone to begin the top of the 7th. So that gave the Patriots a 7-2 lead. Blue Crabs got a run back against Thomas Dormany in the bottom of the 5th on an RBI ground out from Joe Benson. As Pacioli takes inside ball 4. 8 straight pitches from Ryan Chaffee to begin the inning. They've got another righty beginning to get loose. But this is Chaffee's 3rd inning of relief. And walks. And Pacioli at first with Gabriel Monte at the plate. The 5th Bracamonte. He is 1-3. 2 runs scored. 2 runs added. He is also struck out twice. So Chaffee comes set. First pitch on its way to the line drive. Catch by Thomas. Throw back to second. And Kelly nearly got Kelly doubled off of second base. And robbed of a base hit. A hard hit line drive. Down the baseline, Thomas lunged to his right, made the diving catch, rose to his three over to second base, and just able to dive back in to beat. That base, but it's got the call. So the first pitch out of Will taken for a called strike 0-1. But Bracamonte now 1 for 4 in this ballgame. Still has 2 runs batted in and 2 runs scored. Kenger's still looking for his first hit, but he's drawn 2 walks and has driven home a run. Had an RBI ground out in the 4th. Drew a walk in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. Again, 9 walks have been drawn by the Patriots in this ballgame. Most walks they've drawn in a game is 11. And it came against this Blue Crabs team back on May 25th. As Kenger takes one low, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Patriots are 2 walks away from tying a season high. Runners at first and second, 1 away. And it's a 4-run lead for the Patriots. 7 runs on 9 hits for Somerset. 3 runs on 6 hits. And 1 error for the Blue Crabs. 1-1. Fastball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Michael Kelly was the starting pitcher for the Blue Crabs. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits, 3 walks over 2 innings. Did not get an out in the 3rd. John Hayes then allowed 5 runs, 4 earned over his 2 innings of work while walking 2. As Kenger fouls 1 off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now it's Ryan Chaffee. Again, he's on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He is not allowed to run to this ball. He has also struck out 4 batters. Scott Kelly off of second. Justin Pacioli off of first. Now the 2-2 to Kenger. Taken low. A bluff from Mike Falsetti on a snap throw to first base. Ultimately did not throw the ball. And now a full count for the former Traverse City Beach Bum. He's already drawn 2 walks today. See if the Patriots try to take a head start here with a 3-2 count. Don't imagine they will. 3-2. Check swing. And appeal to third. Say that Kenger went around. Kenger was just rung up on a breaking ball by the third base umpire, Derek Moshe. I don't know about that. And Kenger shakes his head. That's, I mean, the new rule in the Atlantic towards batters. That pitch was in the dirt. Derek Moshe down to the third line. Along infield grass near the shortstop. As the first pitch to Edwin Espinal misses inside 1-0. So it's not like Moshe was in a specifically terrific position to make the call on that check swing. It's not like he was right down the third base line to see where the bat rolled. As the 1-0 to Espinal taken low, 2 balls and no strikes. But on the check swing, he rings up Kenger, who didn't realize it initially. Kenger was taking off his shin pad, assuming that he had drawn balls, and rose his head that Moshe had called him out. 2-0. So Chaffee is bounced back in the inning. He walked in batter. Gabriel Bronte then lined up. Will Kenger set down swinging on strikes? 5th strikeout for Chaffee in this relief appearance. The 2-1 to Espinal. Fouled off to the back again. 2 balls. Game for Espinal. 5th plate appearance with a walk and an RBI. Struck out, loaded and 2 out in his left. Patriots have already runners on stage. They are 4-13 with runners number of opportunities in scoring position. They've had a big 2-2 lead. Lifted foul. And Espinal stays alive. I mean, you get 19 plate appearances with runners in scoring position. That's a pretty good sign. But they've already left 10 on base. And each inning to this point, they've left at least one runner on base. It's Kelly at second, Pacioli at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A breaking ball from Chaffee. That's the 7th strikeout of the ballgame for Blue Crab pitchers. Chaffee strikes out 6 over his 3 innings of relief, and he works himself out of a jam. We'll stretch and then head to the bottom of the 7th. Patriots leading 7-3 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. This model every day. We'll never take our customers Truck Country.
We're here for
So many good options. Man, I'm hungry. Ooh. What do we have here? So many good options. What do I choose? Burger? It all sounds so good, but something burger. I think I have a lot of great choice here. Right in healthy position.
With nationally recognized award-winning teen driver safety program, NJM.com. This isn't just insurance; it's NJM. For complete family insurance, go see Dr. I.B. Ehrlich, Dr. Martin Storbeck at the Bridgewater Optometric Center, located in Pearl Vision at the Somerset Shopping Center. Bridgewater Optometric Center, the official eye doctor of the Somerset Patriots. New pitcher in the game for Somerset. In the bottom of the 7th inning, it is Zek Zinicola who comes on the mound, and the first pitch is tapped foul to the right-handed hitting Travis Witherspoon. No balls and 1 strike. So Zinicola returns to the rubber. That means that Thomas Dormany's afternoon has come to an end. He leaves in line for his 6th win. He runs all earned on 6 hits, no walks, and 9 strikeouts over 6 innings. Now the fastball to Witherspoon misses up and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Zinicola has not pitched in a little while. He's back on the mound here for the Patriots. Last pitched on August 1st. Where he tossed 2 scoreless innings of relief, struck out a pair. As the breaking ball from Zinicola drops in for a called strike. 1-2. Overall this season, the former Sugarland Skeeter, the former Road Warrior, is 3-0 with 3.18 third innings. As Witherspoon chases one and just gets a piece, fouls it off of Gonzalez. Still a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Zinicola did not allow an earned run over his first 11 appearances. That 12 10 appearance stretch from late April into late May. 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zinicola was away from the team for a while due to personal reasons. Was away from the beginning of June until last week when the Patriots returned home. 2-2 to Witherspoon, grounded foul. So it's Zinicola on the mound here, facing the 8-9-1 batters. Witherspoon, Falsetti, and Blackstone due up for the Blue Crabs. Patriots leading this one 7-3. Nobody on, nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. A win for the Patriots would end their 7-game losing streak, longest losing streak for Somerset this season. One loss short of a franchise record. 2-2. Just misses off the plate. Ziticola wanted the call and didn't get it. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. To the right-handed hitting Witherspoon, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Both times against the Patriot lefty Thomas Dorminey. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Cut fastball, tailing away from the righty. And that's the 10th strikeout for Patriots in this one. Has done a good job of maximizing strikeouts, limiting walks as a pitching staff. They rank 2nd in the league in strikeouts as a team. And they have allowed the least amount of walks. And that has once again been the case today. So 1 out, nobody on. Here's Mike Falsetti in the first pitch taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Patriots pitchers have now struck out 10 batters. They have yet to allow a walk. The Blue Crabs have 6 hits overall. 1-0. Fastball fouled off. 1 ball and 1 strike. So we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard again. Mentioned it, the New Britain Bees, they're hosting the York Revolution. Series finale up in Connecticut, and that one has gone final. Revs win it by a final score of 10-1. As Falsetti chops 1 foul here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's now 8 wins in a row for the York Revolution. They finish off a perfect 7-game road trip, 7-0. And they will return home tomorrow to open up a 4-game series against your Somerset Patriots. First pitch of tomorrow night's game at 6:35 as Falsetti takes 1 low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So it'll be a tall task for the Patriots against a red-hot Revs team. The Patriots hope that they can at least carry a little bit of momentum in their own right into tomorrow's ball game. 2-2. Swinging a hard hit ground ball to third. A diving stop from Bracamonte to his feet. Throw to first, a long hop, and he's stretched to the What a pleasure. Making his second start of the level. Stayed fair, rose to his feet, and from foul territory, and 1 up, throw over to first base. Edwin Espinal. It was in time, and that's the second. Bracamonte shown well. It was his 3rd chance at third base today, and that one the best one yet. The first pitch, it skies it out to shallow left field. At the shortstop, Rodriguez, he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Highlighted by a strong play from Gabriel Bracamonte. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Somerset carries the 7 lead into the 8th on SPN.TV. 1450 WCTC and WCTC AM.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
Every night,
Every hour.
every minute, and every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital. Let's beat cancer together.
This season, T-Mobile is partnering with Little League to make sure every kid can feel like an all-star. With T-Mobile, parents across the country can share the action, the highlights, and the lowlights. And the stars of tomorrow get a chance to shine today. From Little T-Mobile has a clubs at 99% of baseball fans. T-Mobile.
Somerset County Education Education Association supports the public to make your child's education possible. And True Associates is the sponsor of the lawn seating area in the ballpark. And True Associates, you'll find more than a wide variety of competitive insurance products. You'll find people who understand your needs. True Associates is a team of licensed who care about you. For the Blue Crabs, as we move top of the eighth, and it is the New Jersey native Kevin Munson, who has covered around here. Early used by Stan Clyburn today. That ends the line in relief. Did not allow a run while issuing 4 walks, 2 hits, and he struck out 6 batters. As the first pitch misses up and in to Michael Ullman. 1 ball and no strikes. So it'll be Ullman followed by Yovan Gonzalez and Craig Massey. 5, 6, 7 to call strike 1 and 1. So Munson's the new pitch. Long-time Lancaster Stormer. Edison, New Jersey native. 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Munson this season 1-3 with a 3.92 ERA over 17 relief appearances. 14 strikeouts against 11 walks. Works from the stretch, now the 1-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Breaking ball gets Ullman out in front. That's now 3 consecutive strikeouts from this pitching staff. A 3. Thanks in large part to a 5-run top of the 4th inning for the Patriots. Gabriel Bracamonte has 2 RBI. Justin Pacioli has an RBI, but he's reached base 4 times. Kenger has an RBI. Espinal, Ullman, all with runs batted in. Scott Kelly's drawn 3 walks. The Patriots collectively have drawn 9 walks in this ballgame. Here's Yovan Gonzalez. And the first pitch comes inside, nearly hit Yovi, as it grazed the right-handed hitter. Deflected off of Falsetti's glove and rolled to the backstop. 1 ball and no strikes. Every batter in the Patriot lineup has reached base safely in this ballgame.
I like the intentional because otherwise you've got situations going on where
1 out.
doesn't think they've left the batter's box.
Taken for a called strike by Gonzalez. 1 ball and 1 strike. But this ball game could be an even bigger lead for the Patriots. They have left 12 on base in position. As the 1-1 is swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Patriots have left multiple runners on base in 4 of their first 7 innings. And they're approaching a season high for runners left on. 2-2 misses inside. Now 3 ball. That was actually a 1-2. Now the 2 count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most runners the Patriots have left on this season was 15. Gonzalez gets a piece of this one to stay alive. They did that back on June 2nd against the Sugarland Skeeters. And again, they've left 12 on base over their first 7 innings. We're in the top of the 8th. Somerset leads 7-3. Now the pitch. Gonzalez fights off. Fastball. Stays alive. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And nobody on in the top of the 8th. Again, 1 other game has gone final. Haven't even gotten to the other ball games in the Atlantic League. 3-2. Swinging a hard-hit ground ball. Down the third base line. It's fair. Past Tony Thomas and into the left field corner. Gonzalez turns first. He's into second base standing. That's a 1-out double for the 4th-year Patriot. And another runner in scoring position for Somerset as they look for more insurance. Second hit of the ballgame for Yovi. In fact, with all the success the Patriots have had in today's ballgame, Gonzalez now second player in this lineup to record a multi-hit game. Michael Ullman is 2 for 5. Now Yovan Gonzalez 2 for 5. Here's Craig Massey. Swings and misses at first pitch fastball. 0-1. First 2 games of that series, and now find themselves in first as Massey lifts one out to left center. Benson to his left makes the catch. And Gonzalez back to second base for the second out of the inning. Massey hit that ball well, but the ball hung up just long enough for Benson to race to his left to make the catch. So now 2 out, runner at second. Here's Alfredo Rodriguez. So the Ducks and the Rockers will get underway in about 20 minutes or so. And then the final game in the Atlantic League tonight, down in Texas, the Sugar Land Skeeters host the Lancaster Barnstormers. First pitch to Alfredo Rodriguez, misses outside 1-0. And that will be an interesting game to follow because there was a benches clearing brawl between Sugar Land and Lancaster last night. 1-0. Rodriguez slaps it foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Barnstormers were leading the ball game 8-0. I believe it was the top of the 8th inning where Dan Runzler, pitcher for the Sugar Land Skeeters, hit Devon Torrens with a pitch. 1-1. Rodriguez fouls it off. And after Torrens was hit by a pitch, Albert Cordero, the catcher for the Sugar Land Skeeters, began arguing with Casey Hobson, who was in the dugout for the Lancaster Barnstormers. And according to the Skeeter broadcast, it was Hobson that initiated the barking. As Rodriguez shoots one foul to stay alive, still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cordero began walking over to the Sugar Land dugout and exchanged pleasantries. Eventually, both dugouts, both bullpens cleared, and there was a lot of pushing and shoving initially. Then it calmed down for a second, and then punches were thrown. 1-2. Another ground ball. This hit foul down the third base line. Still a 1-2 count. Overall, there were a number of ejections in the ballgame, but there were legitimate punches that were being exchanged between those two teams. And it looked like Casey Hobson was at the center of the punches. I did watch the video myself, and there's such a grouping of players that it's really hard to differentiate who's pushing who's punching who. 1-2. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But one of the ones that was easier to notice was Casey Hobson, who at one point had a Sugar Land Skeeter sort of in a chokehold and was throwing haymakers while the player was pretty much on the ground. And there were ejections from both sides in the ball game. 2-2. Rodriguez pops it up along the foul territory behind home plate. It's Falsetti underneath it. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So no runs for the Patriots. 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll continue this conversation about last night's brawl when we return for the bottom of the 8th. Somerset leading by 4 on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC, and WCTCAM.com.
For over 85 years, in every county across the state, we've protected the health of New Jersey, covering families and businesses through life's big moments and the small ones. Because we don't just work here, we live here too. Over 5,000 local employees, all with the same purpose, taking care of you.
Looking for a great deal on a car? You'll score big savings at your Tri-State Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. Visit tristateford.com for more information. Get the app that puts you in control with the bank that's committed to you. U-Shield by Provident Bank. It's the complete debit card control you never knew you always wanted. Learn more at provident.bank. Provident Bank, commitment that you can count on. There's a new pitcher for the Patriots as we move to the bottom of the 8th inning. Series finale between Somerset and Southern Maryland. Patriots, after this ball game, will hop on a bus and drive up to York, Pennsylvania, and open up a 4-game series against the Revolution beginning tomorrow. But first, it is Luis Cruz, who has come on the mound here for the Patriots in the home half of the 8th inning. Thomas Dormany went 6 innings. He's in line for the win. Zach Zinikolich has tossed a scoreless 7th. And now it is the lefty Cruz on the mound here for the 8th. The only lefty in the Patriots bullpen. And he comes on to face the 2-3-4 batters. Edwin Garcia to lead off, followed by Joe Benson, and then the left-handed hitting Dean Green. First time that Cruz is pitching since last Wednesday's doubleheader. He pitched in Game 2. Now his 35th relief appearance of the year, 1-3 with a 2.78 earned run average. Garcia attacks the first pitch and skies it out to right field. Scott Kelly underneath it. He calls off Pacioli. He makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 away. So back to what we were talking about in the last half inning, the brawl between the Sugarland Skeeters and the Lancaster Barnstormers. There was a lot of punches that were thrown. In fact, if you want to see video of it, you can either go to the Sugarland Skeeters YouTube page and find the broadcast from last night, or you could go to Somerset Patriots beat reporter Mike Ashmore, his Twitter account, and he chopped up a video of the brawl. Attacking the first pitch here is Joe Benson, and he fouls it off. No balls and a strike. But ultimately, a number of ejections were made. Michael Martinez, the Barnstormer second baseman. Casey Hobson was ejected. Skeeters manager Pete Incaviglia. Rico Noel, who was playing for the Skeeters, but he played for the Barnstormers the last couple of years, so that's interesting. As Cruz misses with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And then, let's see, Dennis Phipps was ejected, and Albert Cordero ejected as well. As Benson swings and misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So ultimately, Skeeter manager and 3 Skeeter players were ejected. Meanwhile, 2 Lancaster Barnstormers were ejected from the game. Just Michael Martinez and Casey Hobson. 1-2 to Benson. Popped up along the infield. Luis Cruz, the pitcher, calling everyone off. And he's underneath it to make the catch with a bright red glove. And there's the second out of the inning. 2 out, nobody on. That'll bring up Dean Green. So it's interesting that 4 Skeeters were ejected while only 2 Barnstormers. Yet it seemed as though the catalyst towards the brawl was Albert Cordero and Casey Hobson. And again, if you watch the video available on the Skeeters YouTube page, it's really difficult to see exactly who is throwing punches, except for one moment where it was clearly visible that Casey Hobson was throwing a good amount of punches. First pitch to Dean Green, called a strike 0-1. The brawl also sort of worked its way close to the stands down the third base line. 0-1 is pulled foul, no balls and 2 strikes. And it spilled over at one point at the beginning of the brawl where the third base coach for Sugarland, Lincoln Junes, he was on the hanging against the protective netting. As Cruz is at 1 and 2. He's actually standing sort of on the railing down the third base line, protective netting, and sort of look at the entire ball. He's clearly visible now in the entire brawl. And there were 2 separate points where the brawl made it right next to the stands. On the 1-2 to Green. Just misses 2 balls and 2 strikes. Largely and there were legitimate punches being thrown. I believe by both sides, but the only one I was able to fully confirm was Casey Hobson. 2-2. By all of that, the Sugarland Skeeters and the Lancaster Barnstormers still have one game remaining in that 7-game series, and it takes place later tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how those two teams respond. And it's not necessarily uncommon in Sugarland, as Green just gets a piece of one to foul off and stay alive. I mean, the nature of the way that the Skeeters' schedule lines up is that when teams go down there, more often than not, they're playing these long 7-game series. And when you're playing against the same team for so many days consecutively, it's inevitable that there's going to be a number of times when they've been down in Sugarland. And even when Sugarland's come back up. 2-2 to Green, strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 11th strikeout for Patriots Raiders. This is Luis Cruz. Still a 7-3 Somerset lead as we move to the 9th on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
I fight every night.
Every hour.
Every minute.
And every second.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital Somerset and RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, bring the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital Somerset. Let's beat cancer together.
Somerville Aluminum is proud to announce our greatest remodeling project yet. Valari, new name, same great company. Valari, home remodeling since 1950. Visit ValariNJ.com to learn more today.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea. We'll do that. You can get rid of the double play. All right. We return for the top of the 9th inning at Regency Furniture Stadium, and the Somerset Patriots continue to lead the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 7-3. Patriots have lost 7 in a row, hoping to end that losing streak, and they're a couple of outs away from doing so. They will have an opportunity to hit in the top of the 9th inning, and they will do it against another new relief pitcher. Kevin Munson just tossed a scoreless inning of relief. He did allow a one-out double to Jovan Gonzalez, but was able to keep the Patriots off the scoreboard. And now stepping in for Southern Maryland is Brandon Shimo, a 6'2", 190-pound righty from Kutztown, Pennsylvania. So Shimo comes on the mound, and it will be 9-1-2 for the Patriots. Scott Kelly to lead off, followed by Justin Pacioli and Gabriel Bracamonte. Kelly has drawn 3 walks in this ballgame. It's one shy of tying a season high for this Patriots team. Shimo a righty, first pitch, sidearms a fastball, called a strike, 0-1. Patriots, in fact, are close to tying a couple of season highs. They've drawn 9 walks, which is 2 off a season high, and they have left 13 runners on base, which is also 2 off a season high. 0-1. Kelly swings, bloops one out to left field, but Benson there makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. So Kelly 0 for 2, and 3 walks, also scored. So 1 out, nobody on, and we'll move back to the top of the order. Justin Pacioli will get his 6th plate appearance. Looks like there is a pitcher that gets loose in Somerset's bullpen. Done after Luis Cruz in the bottom of the 9th to try to finish off this ball game and salvage the weekend. Here's Justin Pacioli. First pitch taken for a called strike, 0-1. So Pacioli in his first 5 plate appearances is 1 for 2. He has drawn 2 walks. He was also hit by a pitch. He has an RBI. He has scored 2 runs, and he has also stolen a base. 0-1 misses low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it has been an eventful day for Pacioli at the plate. Plugged back into the leadoff spot for Somerset. And he is one of the big reasons why the Patriots find themselves leading by 4. 1-1. Misses off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gabriel Bracamonte awaiting on deck. Bracamonte has had a strong game as well, not only at the plate, but in the field. He has looked quite comfortable over at third base. 2-1. Tapper, foul. Behind home plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So just to wrap up the story on the brawl down in Sugarland between the Barnstormers and the Skeeters, one of the interesting elements in that is that Rico Noel was ejected from the ball game after he'd played the last 2 seasons with the Barnstormers. 2-2 from Shimo. Misses well outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And I know there were some Barnstormers that weren't too happy with Noel going over to Sugarland after he began the season in the Mexican League because the Barnstormers still thought they had retained his rights. But Noel signed with a Freedom Division rival instead, and he was front and center in the brawl last night. So he was ejected, and Somerset has had its frustrations with Sugarland a number of times. 3-2. Swing and a blooper out towards right field. Coming in is Witherspoon. He dives and he can't make the catch. Travis Witherspoon with a head-first dive towards the infield. Ball might have landed in the glove, but as he made contact with the ground, Witherspoon not able to hold on. That should be a base hit for Justin Pacioli. And if it is, which it is, that is his second hit of the ball game. And he has now reached base safely 5 different times today. So another base runner for Somerset. And we'll see how aggressive they want to get to find another insurance run. They lead by 4 with the runner at first and 1 away. Pacioli already with the stolen base in this ball game. Here's Gabriel Bracamonte. First pitch. Swing and a miss on a helicopter breaking ball. No balls and 1 strike. Well, there's not a lot of fans at all in attendance here in Southern Maryland, but sounds like there's a couple of vocal fans that are behind home plate, and what oftentimes can be the case is when there's almost less fans, the ones that are here that are vocal are highlighted a bit further. Somebody was yelling at Bracamonte. Now the 0-1 is tipped foul. So no balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first base. And 1 away in the top of the 9th inning. 7 runs, 11 hits for Somerset. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Blue Crabs. Bracamonte has his second multi-RBI game of the season. He is now making a start in 4th start in the last 5 Patriot games. Had a solo home run last night. 0-2. Misses well outside. It gets to the backstop. And over to second base goes Justin Pacioli. It's another wild pitch against Southern Maryland today. Michael Kelly struggled with wild pitches earlier in the ballgame, and that has continued through the Southern Maryland bullpen. Kelly threw 4 wild pitches. John Hayes threw 1. And now that's the first wild pitch for Brandon Shimo. So strikes. Here's the pitch. It's line foul down the third base line. Pitch came a little in on the hand. Bracamonte turned it and is safe. Another runner in score position for the Patriots. They've had a number of those. Ultimately, Somerset leads by 1-4. Inside it hits and Shimo frustrated on the mound. There is any that has been hit pitched in this ball game. So now runners at first and second, and still one away. And Bracamonte's reached base for the third time in this ball game. And now Will Kendra will have another opportunity. Kendra's 0 for 3 with an RBI. He's also drawn 2 walks. Patriots are 4 for 22 with runners in scoring position. They've got 2 on and 1 out. Shimo comes set. Pacioli dances off of second. First pitch. Kendra swings and rips it down the right field line. Foul. No balls and a strike. We're approaching the 3-hour mark in this one. Somerset leading 7-4. Brandon Shimo on the mound. Last pitched with the Chicago Dogs in the American Association. Made 4 relief appearances. Well, rather made 13 relief appearances with them early this season. A 7.71 ERA. Career indie ball guy. Pitched with the New Britain Bees back in 2017. 0-1. Kendra swings and grounds it fair down the first base line. Fielded by McAdams. Throws to second for 1. That's all that the Blue Crabs will get. But a strong play there by Josh McAdams to not only field the ball in fair territory cleanly, but to spin his body and get one of the lead runners out. Got it to second, but Kendra runs too well to turn a double play on a ball hit like that. But still, McAdams spinning around his body and getting the ball onto second for the force out. So it's Pacioli at third. Kendra at first on the fielder's choice. Now 2 out, runners on the corners for Edwin Espinal. Espinal 1 for 4 and an RBI single back in the 4th inning. First pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Espinal struck out with the bases loaded in the 5th. Struck out with runners at first and second in the 7th. Infield shaded a bit to the left side. And the 1-0 lifted over the backstop foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, I can't see who the pitcher is that would have been getting loose for the Patriots in their bullpen down the right field line. My vision is cut off by the seats that curl in here in southern Maryland. But whoever it is will work against Corey Vaughn, Tony Thomas, and Josh McAdams. 5, 6, 7 in the Blue Crabs order in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1-1 to Espinal. Taken low. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's 2 away in the top of the 9th inning. I might not have an opportunity to talk about it here in the top of the 9th, but I did want to give an alumni update, just a brief one on a couple of players that recently had their contracts purchased. Both Jonathan Cheshire and Ramon Flores playing in the Minnesota Twins organization, and both have gotten off to strong starts. 2-1. Misses well outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And now a hitter's count for Espinal. Already an RBI in this ball game. We'll talk about Jonathan Cheshire and Ramon Flores in the bottom of the 9th. Cheshire, of course, playing for AA Pensacola in the Twins organization, while Flores has gotten off to a hot start for AAA Rochester, just 1 step away from major leagues. Pacioli at third, Kendra at first, 2 away, top of the 9th. 3-1 from Shimo. Swung on and hit in the air. Foul. Third base side. The shortstop, Blackstone, just lands in. Gives it a look. And now the count has run full. Well, I might have an opportunity here quickly. Jonathan Cheshire has appeared in 2 games with AA Pensacola, and he has not yet allowed a run, and he's been doing Cheshire-esque things. 2 2/3 innings for Cheshire pitched. He's allowed just 1 hit. He has not walked a batter. He has struck out 4. That's for AA Pensacola Twins organization. 2. Runner goes as Espinal swing. Lines one down the left field line. It's a fair ball. And Pacioli now the score as Espinal dives into second base. That's a double lead in the top of the 9th inning. So there's a couple of the insurance runs the Patriots were hoping for. They had 2 on and 2 out, and Espinal able to come through. It's his second hit of the ball game, and now a 3 RBI afternoon for the man nicknamed El Poco.
Go in trailing by 4, but instead now down by 6 runs.
So possibly a sign of good things to come for Espinal. He's now off of second. Patriots leading 9-3. Michael Ullman steps in, and the first pitch from Shimo taken for a strike, 0-1. So one more quick note in regards to alumni. Ramon Flores, again, he's played with the Rochester Red Wings over the last couple of days after his contract was purchased. As Ullman swings and drives one deep in the air, out to left field, and forget about that one. Well over the awning, above the mini monster. That's an Ullman shot, and the bats have come to play for the Patriots today. Ullman's third hit of the game. That is his 7th home run of the season. It is a 2-run shot in the top of the 9th inning, and it's now an 11-3 Patriots lead. Ullman jumping all over Shimo there. And this, a big effort from Somerset, and hopefully for the Patriots, a sign of things to come. 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning, all coming with 2 out. And now Alfredo Rodriguez steps in. First pitch. Shimo gets a fastball at the knees, a called strike, 0-1. So the Patriots in front now 11-3. A 2-out, 2-run double from Espinal. A 2-out, 2-run home run from Michael Ullman. And the breaking ball called a strike. Shaves the outside part of the plate with Yovan Gonzalez at the plate. And now Yovi behind in the count, 0-2. Pitch. Taken low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gonzalez 2 for 5 today, had a double in his last at bat. Now 11 runs on 13 hits for Somerset. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, softly hit to third. In front of it's Thomas, an easy play on to first, and the inning is over. But the Patriots bring 7 runners to the plate. They score 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 11-3 Patriots lead. We move to the bottom of the 9th inning on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Are you ready for some family fun? Have a ball with everyone. It's a slamming hit. Come on and get patriotic.
The Somerset Patriots are back at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater. It is the most fun you'll have all summer with fireworks, celebrity appearances, and championship baseball. Don't miss out. Get your tickets today.
It's a slamming hit. Come on, get patriotic.
It's an unstoppable force, vast and mighty. It's the 101 days of summer, and this year it's bigger than ever. The NJ team is back again. We've got 101 days of prizes with other ways to win via our social channels, text message program, VIP club, and game changers. Find the fun at 101daysofsummer.com from May 24th to September 1st. Anything can happen in Jersey.
Oh, absolutely. It's the bottom of the 9th inning. Patriots leading 11-3. And a new pitcher in the ballgame for Somerset is Edwin Chiarte. So Edwin Chiarte comes on the mound after the Patriots get 4 runs in the top of the 9th. It is 11-3 in favor of the Patriots. And now Chiarte will work to get the final 3 outs of this one. He had a lot of work in last night's ball game. But with this game comfortably ahead, Brett Jody feels comfortable going back to Chiarte to see how he performs on back-to-back days. Side-arming righty delivers the first pitch to Corey Vaughn, and it's fouled off. No balls and one strike. It was Chiarte last night who tossed 2 innings of relief. He allowed 4 hits, 1 walk, but he struck out 4 batters and worked out of a couple of big jams. In fact, he stranded 5 runners on base over his 2 innings. As Vaughn swings and misses at a breaking ball from Chiarte. Now an 0-2 hole for the third-year Blue Crab. 11 runs, 13 hits for the Patriots, and a much-needed, comfortable lead. 0-2. Misses outside. This is a kind of game that has long eluded Somerset during this current 7-game road trip. And look, 1 win a season does not make. But it does go a long way to change the vibes around this clubhouse. As Vaughn swings, grounds the 1-2 to third. Bracamonte fields, takes a couple of crow hops, and gets the throw to first base in time for the first out of the inning. And this Patriots bullpen has locked things down. In fact, the last batter to reach base was Kent Blackstone. He led off the 5th inning with a triple. Since that point, 13 Blue Crabs in a row have been retired. And 17 of the last 18 have been put down. So a bounce-back performance all the way around for Somerset today. Now the first pitch to Tony Thomas, cut on and missed, 0-1. Be sure to stay tuned for the Flemington Department Store postgame show after the conclusion of this one. We will have a lot of highlights to go over. Feels like the first time in a while we'll be given that opportunity. 0-1. Thomas swings and lines a base hit through the left side of the infield. So right after I brought up that cool stat about 13 in a row being put down, it is Thomas who ends that streak, his second hit of the ball game. And the former Patriot now 2 for 4. He had an RBI back in the second. A couple of big innings for the Patriots today. They had a 2-run third, a 5-run fourth, and then a 4-run ninth. 4 runs, all scoring with 2 out in the top of the 9th inning. A 2-out, 2-run double from Edwin Espinal, and a 2-out, 2-run home run from Michael Ullman. As Chiarte gets McAdams to swing and miss at a fastball. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1. McAdams swings and skies it down the right field line. Scott Kelly gives chase into foul territory, but it lands in the seats. No balls and 2 strikes. Thomas Dormany went 6 innings as the Patriots starting pitcher, struck out 9. Zach Zinicola with a scoreless 7th. Luis Cruz tossing a scoreless 8th. Both Zinicola and Cruz not allowing a base runner, each striking out 1. And now Edwin Chiarte in his second season with the Patriots. First one came back in 2015. He's on the mound. And the 0-2 to McAdams misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, later today, the High Point Rockers will host the Long Island Ducks. Regardless of who wins that ball game, the Patriots will have made up the ground on somebody towards the top of the Liberty Division standings. 1-2. Misses inside. The New Britain Bees have already lost, so the Patriots have gained a game on New Britain, assuming that they could hold on for this 8-run lead in the bottom of the 9th inning. As McAdams swings and lifts one out to right field and deep, Kelly races back. It's over his head, and it short hops against the wall. Heading for third base is Tony Thomas. He's going to be waved home. Here comes Massey's relay throw. It's on time, but Gonzalez dives to apply the tag, and he drops the ball in the process. Somerset nearly got the lead runner Thomas at the plate. Instead, he scores, and McAdams advances all the way over to third base. And the Blue Crabs are back on the board, now an 11-4 score. So there's a runner at third base with 1 away, and the Patriots now in front 11-4. As Chiarte has given up a run. It's the first hit of the ball game for Josh McAdams. He's now 1 for 4. And the first pitch to Travis Witherspoon, who's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, misses low. 1-0. So Chiarte not looking as strong in the second game of back-to-back outings. Wonder if that was ruled a double or a triple. It's ruled a double, and McAdams advancing to third base on the throw as Witherspoon takes a strike. 1-1. So still comfortable lead for the Patriots. Not a save situation. The infield plays back with McAdams off of third. Now the 1-1. Witherspoon swings, grounds one softly to second. It's fielded by Massey. McAdams will score from third, but Massey completes the put out to first. That's the important part. A run home. Now a 11-5 Patriot lead, but the Blue Crabs are down to their final out. So a couple of runs against Edwin Chiarte in the bottom of the ninth inning might spoil just a bit of this one for Somerset, but they remain comfortably ahead after they put a 4 spot on the board in the top of the ninth. Now the first pitch to Mike Falsetti is popped up, and this should do it. Edwin Espinal at first, underneath it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Somerset's 7-game losing skid comes to a close with a convincing 11-5 win in today's series finale against the Blue Crabs. A very, very much needed win for Somerset and their first opportunity to celebrate since last Saturday. The losing streak is over. It ends 1 game shy of a franchise record, and the Patriots will exit Southern Maryland, salvaging the weekend with an 11-5 victory. So we'll step aside. When we return, we'll wrap up the night, or the day that was, on SPN.TV, 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
At Flemington Car and Truck Country, we've been satisfying customers for over 40 years, providing selection. With 16 manufacturer brands plus over 500 available certified pre-owned vehicles. Convenience. With all our dealerships located on Route 202 and 31 in Flemington. And satisfaction. With positive reviews praising our business model every day. We'll never take our customers for granted. Flemington Car and Truck Country.
Every day, we're here for...
Presenting the lowest car prices you've ever seen. Wow pricing. Only on Fullerton.com. It'll blow you away. If you want the best deals on all new cars and trucks, don't miss Fullerton's absolutely enormous spring clearance event. Get the lowest prices on our entire new inventory all month long. This month only at Fullerton.
Yeah. And welcome back here to Regency Furniture Stadium for the Flemington Department Store postgame show, as the losing streak for this Somerset Patriots team at long last has finally seen its end. Flemington Department Store, the area's best selection of quality clothing, flooring, furniture, and footwear, found in our 2-acre showroom located on Route 31 north of the Flemington Circle. Flemington Department Store, it is worth the trip. There's a lot of highlights, so we're gonna dive right in. Thomas Dormany was on the mound for the Patriots. He was working against Michael Kelly. We were scoreless after the first inning, but the Patriots had an opportunity to take an early lead, and it was Southern Maryland that would break the ice in the bottom of the second. A leadoff infield single for Corey Vaughn, stole second base, and then scored on a Tony Thomas RBI single. And the Blue Crabs were leading 1-0. But the Patriots would respond in the top of the third. They got the leadoff man aboard with Justin Pacioli. He drew a walk, advanced to second on a balk, third on a wild pitch, and Gabriel Bracamonte would tie the score. So the Patriots tie it up at 1. They would later load the bases with nobody out. Kelly was chased from the ballgame. In came relief pitcher John Hayes. Michael Ullman was at the plate. He would ground into a 4-6-3 double play, but a run would score on that double play ground out, and Somerset took a 2-1 lead. It was their first lead in over a week. But the Blue Crabs would respond immediately in the bottom of the third after a one-out double for Edwin Garcia. Joe Benson brought him home with an RBI single, and the game was tied at 2. But from that point forward, it was all Patriots the rest of the way, and a big inning in the top of the 4th inning. Craig Matsey led off with a base hit. Alfredo Rodriguez was hit by a pitch. Scott Kelly drew a walk. The bases were loaded. There was nobody out, and it was Justin Pacioli at the plate. So an eventful play. It's an infield RBI single for Justin Pacioli. Nearly a tremendous play made by John Hayes, but that gave the Patriots a 3-2 lead. They weren't done. The next batter in the inning was Gabriel Bracamonte with the bases loaded. He drew a run-scoring walk, and that gave the Patriots a 4-2 lead. Will Kenger then, with still the bases loaded, grounded one out to first base. It was a run-scoring ground out, and the Patriots were leading 5-2. Still feeling good, still with runners at second and third, and then another couple of batters would provide some more runs. First, it was Edwin Espinal. Somerset wasn't done. On that play, Bracamonte advanced over to third, and it was Michael Ullman that would bring him home. Thank you. So a huge inning for the Patriots. 7-2 lead in the top of the 4th. Ultimately, 4 runs in the inning. They brought 10 batters to the plate. The Blue Crabs would get a run back in the bottom of the 5th. After a leadoff triple for Ken Blackstone, he scored on an RBI groundout from Joe Benson. That was the final run issued against Thomas Dormany, who went 6 innings, allowing 3 runs on 6 hits, no walks, and 9 strikeouts. And the Patriots carried a 7-3 lead all the way into the top of the 9th inning. We thought the game might come to an uneventful conclusion. We were wrong, as the Patriots would get back on the scoreboard in the top of the 9th. Justin Pacioli with a one-out base hit. Gabriel Bracamonte then hit by a pitch. A Will Kenger fielder's choice put runners on the corners, and a 2-strike count with 2 away for Edwin Espinal. So Patriots in front 9-3, and just for good measure, the next man up was Michael Ullman, and he would top off the night. Thank you. Thank you. So Somerset leads 11-3. In the bottom of the 9th inning, Edwin Chiarte would come on. He'd give up a couple of runs, but ultimately the Patriots hold on. It's an 11-5 win, and it ends this 7-game losing streak. 11 runs, 13 hits, no errors, and 13 runners left on base for the Patriots. They also drew 9 walks against this Blue Crabs team. 5 runs for the Blue Crabs on 8 hits, 1 walk, and 4 runners left on base. Thomas Dormany's the winning pitcher. He improves to 6-6 on the year. John Hayes takes the loss after he allowed 5 runs, 4 earned over 2 innings of relief. He drops to 1-4. No save is recorded in a ballgame that took 3 hours and 10 minutes in front of a Sunday afternoon crowd of 2,999 fans. With the win, the Patriots improved to 7-16 in the second half, 49-44 overall, while the Blue Crabs fall to 12-10 in the second half, now 37-54 overall this season. Again, only one other game has gone final. The New Britain Bees fall to the York Revolution 10-1 up in Connecticut, and the High Point Rockers and Long Island Ducks are underway. High Point has plated a couple of runs in the top of the first inning in that one. So the updated standings that we can provide in the Liberty Division for the time being, High Point still in first, the Ducks a half game back, the New Britain Bees now 4.5 back in third, while the Patriots move up, and they are now 5 games back for the time being behind the High Point Rockers, a half game behind the New Britain Bees for third place in the Liberty Division. Meanwhile, in the Freedom Division, York remains in first, 18-5. They have the best record in the Atlantic League in the second half. They're 3.5 up on the Skeeters, and now 5.5 up on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Our next broadcast will take place tomorrow over at Peoples Bank Park in York, Pennsylvania, when Somerset opens up a 4-game series against the Revolution. Our first pitch at 6:35 p.m., so coverage on SPN.TV as well as 1450 WCTC will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A big thank you for Mike Lawrence running our boards all afternoon long back in Central New Jersey, as well as a thank you to the entire Southern Maryland Blue Crab press box staff for their hospitality over the last couple of days. But at long last, that'll do it for us from Southern Maryland. Again, your final score, it's the Patriots on top of the Blue Crabs, 11-5, ending a season-long 7-game losing streak. For everyone involved with the broadcast, my name is Mark Schwartz. Thank you again so much for tuning in for today's broadcast. Have a pleasant rest of your Sunday evening, everybody. Good night.